Welcome to this segment of AKT Celebrity Reads, but we're going to go into some self healing. We're not going to get directly into celebrities today, but some of Nipsey's messages. We just had a new moon a couple of days ago, and that was the 666 portal. 66 portal, but then including you, 666 portal, because that's what you are. You are made of, the physical body is made of the elements of man, which are also the elements of planets and space. I'm hearing Pluto, Saturn, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. I don't know what that means. Pluto, Saturn, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. When I say Pluto, Venus, Saturn, Mars, and Jupiter. Look up your signs. I'm sure you already know the ruler of your signs to know what that means and to look at those planets and the frequencies dealing with change, war, aggression. I think that might be Mars and Saturn. Growth, because I told you a couple of days ago, I've been busy. I definitely needed some rest, especially after dealing with a migraine for a whole week. Couldn't really talk, couldn't really function. Thank God I feel better now. And been doing some self-healing still, working through uh, my mental, my emotional, my wounded child, my wounded little girl issues and mother issues and mommy wounds, birth mommy wounds. Someone's not your real loving, nurturing, healing mother that should have never had to be a healer because you should have never been wounded by your birth mother. So that you have a karmic bitch. That is your mother. You were born into a situation of war, kill or be killed. Protect yourself or have her strip you down to be vulnerable so you cannot be protected. And she will not protect you. She will open you up to be raped, butt raped, mouth raped, vaginal rape, mental, emotional violations and rape, humiliation, subjugation, degradation, so that by the time she finishes raising you, you'll be fucked up and wounded. Also, keep your altars up and work on your transformation on every level. The longest day of the year is June 20th. We're moving into the summer solstice in a couple of weeks, probably not even a whole couple of weeks. The next day after, we're dealing with the full moon. We just dealt with the new moon on the 6th, which was opening of the 6-6 gate. As I said, June 6th, 6 month, but 666 is that's what you are. Now the full moon will be June 21st. The longest day of the year, day before that, is June 20th, the summer solstice gate. Open up the gate for official summer and summer solstice. You want to deal with yourself. That's what Nipsey's saying. That's what the Spirit is saying. You want to deal with yourself, to deal with your pain, your mommy wound issues, your self-healing, your self-respect, learning to forgive yourself for allowing people to hurt you. Now, we couldn't control what happened as children, but that opened you up for everybody to fuck over you because you have no boundaries. You have no strong sense of self, no self-love, no self-worth, no self-respect. So you go looking for the little wounded little girl, wounded little boy within you tries to right that wrong because the first chakra's been fucked up and damaged. And it's usually something sexual as well. If the person's not physically having sexual intercourse as a child from the time of birth going all the way up to 10, or sexual violations of the mother in the womb, in vitro, as the mother's being sexually assaulted and violated because of the type of decisions she makes, and then passing the messages to her child before the child is born. The woman, especially I know because I've dealt with that, and that is very ironic that Up until this point in my life, I had so many sexual hang-ups, so many sexual problems, having a sexual identity problem, not being comfortable in my body, not being comfortable as a female, as a woman, not being comfortable with my vagina, feeling very weak and very unstable about my vagina, and accepting the power of it and being very proud and secure as a feminine energy, a being coming down, lodging itself, choosing to lodge itself and embody itself in a female, biologically female body. A lot of you are uncomfortable with your vagina and your sexuality and your sensuality. Isn't that ironic? When I first came onto the scene, like being on television in 2006, screaming vagina power, but not being comfortable with my own pussy, not knowing my own pussy. Then before that, and I know why, because it's important that if you know you're wounded and fucked up, you also need to know the reason. If your mother has done that to you, you need to know the reason. You know, someone said it today, some grown woman, or it might have been yesterday, said they're their mother's only child and their mother doesn't like them and they don't know why. Well, why don't you know? Because it's your job to know. You either confront her and you ask her why she don't like you, why you never felt liked, why you never felt loved, why you never felt respected, and why she disrespected you if she did, and why she let other people do it. It is your job to know, because that's a part of your healing. Most of us, at least the people I know, that want 360 degrees of healing. Somebody put my cash up in here. Hit my cash up and make it clap, please. Because I am trying to, instead of charging for this and making it private, I am trying to share this. Because I asked you, maybe I overlooked it. I'm not looking in the chat right now because I need to listen to the spirit. I need to channel. I can't get distracted about what you say. I have to look at it later on. I need you to tell me what you like and what you don't like. Because lately I have noticed, and I love, you always give me feedback. You always talk to me either live in the chat or you privately email me. You keep me up to date. Ooh, yeah. Let me get on that quickly. Y'all been keeping me up to date with what's going on, and some of the stuff the spirits will let me accidentally run across, which I know it's not accidental. I need to know if you like this, if you like these kinds of talks, until, I can either do some things with you and you come see me. We have retreats, or you see me, and I'm doing them online, and you can just, we can have, what do you do, like those webinar type of things, and as I get well. So I definitely appreciate your love and your donations and your support, because I still have to fix stuff. I'm still healing in my body, but I still do the best I can and come and share with you, so you can be under the sound of my voice, and you can listen to this stuff later. Is this what you want? The people that love and support me and donate, are these the types of things you want to hear? You want me to go over some things that I know about in my life, in my experience, not what I got a degree for in a school and sat in a classroom, but learning through life and through the experiences. I don't have the degree yet where I went to sit in a school to get this stuff I'm telling you. No, I went to the school of hard knocks, and I experienced this, and I remember my childhood. I remember being in my mother's womb, and I told her that one day. And when she refused, because they want to have this power over you, they think you're less than them, they think you're weaker than them. So when you ask them, why did you, and usually I'm telling you, even if you don't quite know because you weren't taught that, your intuition, your body will never lie to you. And this stuff is always lodged in the vagina, especially if your mother traumatized you about your sexuality. Even when you're a little bitty girl, because my mother started to do that, and about your gender, whatever your gender identity. So if you were born and the doctor saw based on your anatomy that you had a vagina, you had an external clitoris, mons pubis, or is it like the God, what is it? Am I forgetting? I'm sorry. We have the big fatty layer, the top part. You have the clitoris. Um, you have your urethra. You have a whole of vagina that when they identify you, they associate you with being a female. um, and your mother hears that she has a girl, and the other family members and the grandmother and the cousins, female cousins and aunts, they hear that you're bringing a girl home, or when you bring the girl home, all these women get upset. But then they praise the boy that is the child is anatomically identified gender as a boy. And that is sexual trauma right there, because they're saying that they don't love you, they don't respect you, and these are all females that got the same body parts that you have, and they start to traumatize and ridicule the baby that is identified with a pussy on it. Okay, when you're in that type of family, that's, to me, that's all already sexual trauma, because you are encouraging the person to get out of their body, to disassociate, to detach, because something's wrong with it, and something's wrong with the individual. At least that's how I feel. You can put what you think, what you feel. If you remember going through that like a baby, and then under 5, and at 5, I remember my mother, the stuff she said to me, and she always liked to do it in front of her female friends. And these are grown women, and they were co-signing or laughing, and they didn't say, hey, why don't you leave your little girl alone? You got to treat your daughter like that. They want to get approval, and then a lot of them are sick in the head, so they felt the same way. And then a lot of grown women are jealous of little girls. They're jealous of babies, and you're like, why? This person's older, mature, attractive. Why would they be jealous of a fucking infant or a 5-year-old? But I'm telling you, a lot of women are, and they will help to speak curses on that child's life instead of blessings, because people could always imagine. A lot of people imagine what this girl is going to look like. What is she going to be when she grows up? A lot of people can see that in a child, and they'll start to traumatize and abuse a child. The mother will do it. She will get her other grown adults to do it. They're menstruating and they're grown. They fucking, but yet this is a baby, and they're doing this to this baby. Or when the mother's not around, somebody that's a babysitter, that's a female, will do it. And then the mother, who doesn't care or totally detached from her own wounds, her own trauma. So she's not thinking about the fact, I got to protect this little girl. So she leaves her with whoever to survive. And they're doing it behind the mother's back. I've been through that as well. And you don't know, you don't understand, you don't have logic for it, because you're a baby. I would like for you all to put your feedback, and I will see it later. If you want this type of teaching from me, if you like this and dealing with the men and the drama and what I've learned from it and what you need to know to recover, as well as the spiritual knowledge and the numbers and how we play, how you all play out. I don't gamble. I have to get to the point where, as I'm getting stronger, I can work the numbers out and get with people that know more how to work the numbers out. Because everybody I've seen, as I said before, that does it very well or very good at working, they sit and do their homework and calculate. Even though they're saying, oh, it's just a guess, we know that those computers are rigged. It's not just a guess, because they're not going to take a chance on losing billions of dollars that they've made off of getting people to play the numbers every day. And so everybody cannot win. That's not the way it's designed. In your mind, when you're playing it, you don't know. They know what the numbers are. You're playing a game of chance. However, if you do the homework, or you deal with people and you learn to be up under them, to do the homework and work out the numbers, and then look at it based on previous numbers, people that are really serious like that, and you have a better time of guessing and getting in touch with your intuition. And then when I'm telling you the things to buy, the candles to use, the oil to use, to clear your own energy and tap into your ancestors. Like I said, get your grandmother, anybody else that's closest to you that physically died, get their name, their address, their phone number. Every day, call the number. I don't care if it says it's disconnected. Call the number, because you're calling the person, especially if they live there your whole life. They had the same phone number, and they rarely moved. If they moved, they still stayed stable in a particular place. All the places you know they lived at, if the number changed, get the number. Keep those numbers down, all of them, and you want to calculate them, or you want to get someone else to calculate them. So is that the type? You're right, Brianna. Bitches be hating on your own mama's a bitch be hating on you when they do things like that. Are okay. So Queen, you TLC, you like it. Okay, y'all let me know if you want these types of things, as well as put your comments, things that if I haven't gone over them or I missed a particular question, and put it in the live and put it in the comments, once we're over, because I read, everything that's being said, or questions that have been asked. I saw it in a news article today. What was it? Air Canada. It was a Boeing jet. As it was either a 727 or 777. As you know, when people laughed at me when Nipsey was assassinated in 2019, that's what he told me to tell you. That's why I've been talking about that since 2019. And you see, I was not lying. I was not wrong. What I said, he said about Boeing jets, and they're not safe, and they're going to crash, and there'll be problems with them. And they had made faulty parts for them. You see everything I have said. And about the trains and the bridges and the train derailments. All of it has come true. When people said I was lying, I wasn't talking to him, he wasn't speaking to me. But all of this stuff I said, he told me, has come true. In 2019, the first Boeing crash that killed a lot of people that he was extremely upset about was the Ethiopian. It was in Ethiopia. You can check my footwork. There was a Boeing that crashed there and killed a lot of Ethiopian and some European, some white folks on that plane. There was a real big lawsuit behind it. I don't know if they settled it yet, but they had to go to court. That's the first time I became aware of Boeing jets with the three numbers, the three series number, 777, 727, 757. That's what he told me. Now, y'all can speak up if I'm lying on myself. If I'm saying this happened and I'm lying on myself, speak up. Because if you listen to me from the very beginning of passing Nipsey's messages, I have said that then up to now, I never stopped saying it. And I said the FAA, their machines and their computers was outdated and they undermanned. It has come out that it's outdated. It needs to be updated. There are problems with their computer system, and there's problems with them planes. And if they're not careful, it's going to be a bad crash and a fire. Going to explode. I hate to say that. Okay, I saw it on the news article today. I think it was Air Canada. It was a Boeing jumbo jet. Somebody photographed this. Have mercy. The plane took off from the airport. It's in the air. And a big flame shot out the goddamn airplane from the fucking engine. And they photographed this shit. I think it was a video of it. Can you tell me if I'm lying? Huh? Tell me if I'm lying. I'm over here on that powder. I'm on that meth, goddammit. Tell me now. Because I saw it today. They hurry up, came out the air, and they were able to put the flame out before the whole plane caught on fire. They got it out, got the people. Yes, Nipsey, NASA, Navy. I did so much on him, and so many people hated me and called me a liar, but so many of you loved me and stuck with me and donated to me because I was on Facebook first. And you see that this stuff, in the past 5 years, I've been getting messages from this man. Feeding him, lighting his altars, singing to him, loving him. You see, these things have come to pass, and they are still coming to pass. Now, Boeing has another company where they have spaceships. They had astronauts a couple of days ago. They just successfully launched them into space when they have been trying to launch them for a while and there's problems with the launches. So Boeing is also dealing with who? NASA. Nipsey NASA Navy. Told you that shit was always all tied in together with NASA, the planes, Space Force. I might be getting the name wrong. That what Trump, when he was in office, established some type of space program, which tied also into Elon Musk and Starlink and AI technology and human killing and merging the man of the mind with the machine, like with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator. I have told y'all he said that before it was coming, and you see that it's here in our lifetime. A third person has come up with this bird flu, another strain of it. I think they in Europe and they died. Another strain of COVID is out, and in the United States, I think that what is it, Marburg. I'm sorry if it's not Marduk, it's Marburg, which is also in the family of Ebola. Somebody has been diagnosed with either Florida or Alabama. I seen that about a week ago, and I think was it today or yesterday, a fox or something bit somebody. Bit of a lady, and it has some type of disease in it. Like I told y'all, I need to watch these animals out here in the woods because they were infected with viruses. I told you, somebody sent it to me. Thank you all, the young ladies that always send me things on a regular basis. There's a new STD that is a fungal infection that is a skin disease, look like ringworm. They said this is from India. It's not new, but it's new to the US. Has been in India for years, and it's usually sex with men's on men's, usually a homosexual transmitted disease, but these are also men that have sex with women too and pass this. So it would not be treated with antibiotics. It would be treated with antifungals. So the doctor that's seeing it has to know the difference because it is a fungal STD. And I told y'all that these things were coming. I think I got the screenshots for them, so I will share this after the show. So yes, please, I like your well, to me is worms. It's basically worms. These are things you can clear your body. That's why it's good to know your sexual partner. But a lot of people are very open and promiscuous, and that's fine if you're open and promiscuous, as long as you are honest and you fucking other people that only fuck open promiscuous people. You're not doing that to an innocent purpose that wants a serious one-on-one monogamous spiritually sexual sacred relationship, because then y'all know what you're dealing with, because both of y'all slut motherfuckers. See, that's different when sluts fucking sluts, when hoes fucking hoes, niggas fucking niggas, niggas fucking bitches that y'all know that's what you doing, and you ain't keeping nothing in the closet, because you can't stop nobody from doing what the fuck they want to do. I just don't like people lying to other people and putting innocent people in, and then they have to find out when they go to the doctor or they get an unexplained illness that this fucker been fucking around on them. Because it's married people that fuck around on their spouse and don't even tell them. I've even met married people who say, I don't have sex with my wife, and she won't have sex with me without a condom. And I'm like, okay, one of y'all know something, and for some reason, either the bitch love you and don't want to leave you, or it's about a money situation for your wife to only fuck you with a condom. She know you old slut bucket ass motherfucking nigga that's probably cheaper to keep him. And she probably still being faithful to you because she ain't no slut bucket bitch that want to go out there and do that kind of shit. But she fucked up and found out later what the fuck she was married to. And you probably going to try to break her if she leave. And she going to have to start over later in life with nothing because she depend on your income and your lifestyle. To me, I don't even, why be married? I don't even want to be married to nobody. I got to use a rubber every time I fuck them. I mean, that speaks volumes. Just like I said, when you're a female girl and your mother denies it because she wants to keep power over you, and especially she's a narcissistic bitch, And she doesn't want you to be free and really understand, and overstand that she never liked you and never really wanted you. She had you for other reasons. She had you for keep a nigga baby, or for some money, or for some recognition, or she felt like this is gonna be a pretty child, so I can do this and that with the child. She can use and manipulate you as a means to an end with somebody else or your daddy, or get some type of recognition or something. It's not having you for you. Because I always want a daughter, I always want a son, because women do this to their sons as well. Instead of telling you what the real reason is, it's like if I tell you I'm going to give you power, and then you won't try to get power from me to feel insecure and stand in your identity. So they won't tell you. Well, it's your job to know, because you might not think you know, have an inner knowing, but you do. Even if they deny it, your gut and your intuition will never lie to you. But these women teach you not to respect it, trust it, or listen to it. Teach you not to listen to yourself, listen to them. And all they're going to do is lead you down a path of self-hatred, insecurity, and self-destruction. So when I wanted to know, I asked my mother. She refused to tell me, just like my grandmother, who a lot of older people like that don't feel like they need to tell you things you need to know, talk to you about your body, talk to you about sex. So you out there getting fucked over, experiment, have to learn on your own, or find other women that will teach you. But then they doing everything fucking out of both draw legs. They did fucked everybody, did everything, but goddamn died. And so they know the answer, but they don't want to empower their own daughter, their own fucking granddaughter. So if they don't tell me, what I started doing is going to all of the females that used to babysit me, my mother's cousins, half sister, aunts, great aunts, my grandmother. I started to go to anybody that knew her when she was a child and growing up, that could tell me what she wouldn't tell me, that had direct inside knowledge of this bitch, because I needed to know the why she would do this to me, why she would do this to her other daughter. Why would she be so cruel and dirty and low down and cold to her own daughters, instead of giving them the game and help them be powerful and respectful and self-preserving, self-aware, self-knowledge, and getting as much knowledge about themselves to be the best they can be very, very powerful like she was. It doesn't matter to me that her mother was abusive to her and let men fondle them. It matters that I know, but that's still not a justification to do, because I didn't let people do that to my son. I never left him nowhere where anybody could do shit like that. And I really sacrificed a lot of the years of my life to protect my child. To me, that was my duty, because I was responsible for that child living, moving, and breathing in this world. He wouldn't have came here to do this without moving through me. To me, that was my responsibility. Yes, I wish I could have done it differently and better so I could still develop myself. But at that time, we didn't have the programs that we have now, or the internet, and you can go to school from home, or you can take your baby with you, all these kind of things, and have that. And a couple of times as he got older, I started running across it. I had so much low self-esteem problem and no self-respect. I really didn't believe I could go to school and do well. I went, but I didn't stay. I had so many issues because I didn't get to develop myself. And sometimes my mother would move every 6 months when she made us live with her. We did either we were coming at the beginning of the year and leaving by the summer before the year was over, coming at the end of the year when everything was over, and she never made it a priority to come to school with us, to come to PTA meetings, to study with us at home. She would say she didn't know we were on our own and then blamed us for failing. It's all your fault. And it doesn't make any sense, because you're a child. You have no knowledge, you have no experience, you have no age related knowledge or lessons learned. You just got here. You haven't been through school. Your parents are responsible for that. They don't give it to you and throw you out in the cold. You're kind of fucked, because your knowledge and your self-respect and your self-resonance and the knowledge of who you are, and in the first beginning from nursery to kindergarten to first grade up to 12, if you didn't get that, you're fucked in this life, unless you have somebody to take you under their wing and you're able to nurture yourself, nurture your child, and get that education. So if you go to junior college, If you don't have the foundation from elementary school, middle school, and high school, you're gonna have a hard time. Now you got to play all this catch up shit, and that's what I had to do. And my self esteem was so low, and I wasn't able to comprehend this stuff. I had to drop out. Plus, I didn't believe I could do it. Now we know it's possible. It happens every day. People with more children than me go to school and very successful. But then when I told my grandmother about it, my grandmother told my mother I was in school, she would come around and the ridiculing and the put downs. It's like, I'm the only one that can brag that I went to school. I'm not going to let my daughter outdo me. I'm not going to let my daughter say the same thing and be on my level. So I'm going to beat her down because I know I deliberately threw her off balance and made sure she didn't get a good education with the elementary, the middle, and the high school. So see, those things you have to go back and retrieve as well. If you really, really want to right the wrongs of your mother, if you also want to right the wrongs and the injustices that you did to yourself, if she didn't give it to you and she was obligated to give it to you, you are now obligated to fix this and give this to yourself if you are standing in vagina power, if you really want to know who you are, if you want to develop the undeveloped things and become mature in levels that you're immature in, if you want to strengthen the areas that you are weak in. Everybody needs knowledge. Everybody needs a skill or a craft or something that they can do just as good as others or better than others in a way that no one else can do it. So you in a lane of your own. Nobody, they always tried to imitate me, never could duplicate me, never could be in my lane, never could boldly call themselves or their show vagina power. Nobody's ever done that but me. They wanted to. And they say pussy power. Some try to talk like me, act like me, adopt what I say and how I say. As you see, you never hear me sounding like I am adopting or copying off of anybody. I have enough knowledge downloaded to me of my own and then my spirits, which I had to learn to trust because my mother would put that down. I create hair and skin products out of the air, out of nothing. I create other products, and my whole doctrine, my whole principles that I believe in and live by out of the air, because the spirits give it to me and they come down and give me the downloads and the teaching. Nobody has, well, yeah, that's not true. Somebody has accused me of stealing. And whenever I see these comments, I beg them to tell me who the fuck, what bitch that's walking, talking, and breathing that I studied and that I copied. Who's my teacher? Where the bitch at? To this day, nobody could tell me. So yes, when I said I'm wrong, they have accused me. Few people have accused me, but you see no face and no name associated with the shit. Nobody has proved that I copied anybody yet. I know for a fact nobody ain't been bold enough to call they shit vagina power. A TV show, a radio show, a podcast, a book. I'm the first one that did that, and I'll be the last. Teaching spiritual sexuality, etheric anatomy, pussy power, sperm power, dick power. Nobody, you won't be able to find her, but if you do, let all of us know. Please let me know because I'm not aware of it. Nobody before me has done that and talked about it the way that I do and put a comedic spin on the shit, a hood spin on the shit, and make products, see them, hear them, and do readings and speak to the dead. There's nobody like me. And I have a GED. My mother used to try to tell people things about me and try to tell my son these things. Oh, see, I graduated from high school. My mother didn't graduate from college. She graduated from high school. Then she went to theological seminary. But she, and I have the most money. Yeah, out of the whole family, you don't. But you only stick with the ones that live in poverty that used to keep me to have nothing because you're a narcissist. You don't want to speak to a woman in the family that's on your level or above you. You cannot take it. So this is what narcissists do. They try to destroy any female, including their own children, that they fear, that they're jealous of, that they're threatened of. Even your future potential, they will destroy. They try to destroy your birthright and what God gave you through them, because the future of you excelling and exceeding them scares them, because narcissists never want to be outdone. So they will try to destroy you before you get to that point. So my son was like 6 or 7 years old, and I was hoping she would right the wrongs that she did to her children and do better with the grandchildren. And I remember my son would say, Mama, Grandmama be talking about you. She said that you didn't even graduate from high school. I said, she's right. I didn't. And did she tell you that she beat us the whole time that we were with her, and she refused to get us help? She refused to come to the PTA. She refused to help us with homework and things we didn't understand. She ignored us so that we could fail. He said, no, she did not tell me that. And he said, but I know who my mama is, and I know that it's you. And I will never let her turn you against me, Mom. I love you. I know you're my mom. You never left me. I said, did she tell you she left us? For the first 12 years of my life, I didn't really know her. She was in and out of live with my grandmother, and that she beat and disrespected her kids our whole life. So I'm so stressed, and I really can't function in high school because I don't understand the work. And then we're getting beat up and humiliated and degraded every day we go home, to the point that I dreaded the bell for 3 o'clock to ring and to get in the car and go home with her. And then we were ridiculed, even put down because you have a period, put down because you're going through puberty, put down because I had acne. And I now understand when I started talking to estheticians, and I don't have the acne now, and my spirits gave me the recipe to treat my skin. And one of the estheticians told me, when I told her, we were talking one day and we were talking about mother issues, and I didn't know she had them because she was so successful, and that inspired me to realize it is possible for me to right these past wrongs and get my education now. Even from elementary and high school, I have to make up for that now. Do all the remedial stuff. Is kind of embarrassing, but nobody really cares. You're paying to go to school. Your mother, whoever, didn't make sure you got your free education. So in order to go into college levels, sometimes a lot of people, especially they're late bloomers like me, you have to do your remedial stuff. But if you stick with it, it's easy, and you apply yourself and you get a tutor or whatever you have to do to get through it. You can take the remedial stuff in college, and then take your test to get out of the remedial and go into the beginning phases of college English. College math is no big deal. But if you beat yourself up and put yourself about down, what shoulda, woulda, coulda happened in 5th grade, and what coulda, shoulda happened in 9th grade and all that shit, then you'll talk yourself out of it. And so I got to the point that that's how you have to deal with the narcissist, because they will say things about you to your friends, to other family members. She would do that. People would tell me when she'd be at the studio with me taping the show, she would, and they really loved me or admired me. She would then say things like that to cut me down. So what I started doing, like I'm doing with you now, like I've always done, I will tell you my life. I will tell you my past. Why? Because it takes the power away. It takes the sting out of it. When you have these secrets, the wrong person to tell is a mother that's a narcissist, is a mother that will betray you, is a nigga that you suck his dick and he eat your pussy and then get up out the bed and go tell your secrets. And you think your secrets are safe with the person, but you don't know the person's telling your shit when you think it's a fucking secret. That's why people treat you fucked up, that know him, that you meet, or standoffish from you, or people that you thought was cool until you introduce them to your mother, and then all of a sudden they treating you a little distance. Well, you ain't what I thought. What do you mean? Oh, nothing. Then they sneak and talking to the bitch. So and if that's the case, that person ain't shit, and you should be glad they did that anyway at the beginning with your own mother, because that's not me. If I'm down with somebody and I'm cool with them, usually my problem in the past has been more loyal to people than they were to me. And if I know the truth about you and you tell me who you are, I'm less likely to turn on you, because I'd rather know the bad shit up front. If you're honest with me and tell me the truth, I'm usually gonna be cool. But that type of, that person in me, that's over. I'm not doing that anymore. But I'm not gonna turn against someone because your mama or somebody tell me something about you, because I already know your mama fucked up to not know me and do that, and you jealous of your fucking daughter. You want to trash your daughter so that people don't look up to respect your daughter, but you want them to look up to and respect you, but they don't know you and fuck with you. They hang with your daughter, but you basically want to sabotage anything the daughter has to lead to success. So I tell my own shit from my past, Because it takes the sting out of it for me. It takes the embarrassment out of it for me, because I understand why things happen. I understand my mother. I know why she did what she did. It was my job to know. And then when I found out from other people, I didn't confront her. Well, I know this happened to you. I know that happened to you. But basically, you're not shit to me. So when I was a little girl, I had to tell her, when I was a little girl, I looked up to you. I thought you were the most beautiful woman in the world. Everything you did, everything you said, the whole way you moved, your hair, your skin, your clothes, your style, your charisma, your cars. I wanted to be you. And now that I've gotten grown and you have humiliated and degraded your children and disrespected your children so much, and I've seen things you've done, and I've seen you take drugs and drink alcohol, you're not shit to me. Now you just a fat, bell mouth, dirty, low down, stupid bitch. That's you a fat bitch. I don't respect you. I don't want to be like you. I don't look up to you no more. I don't respect you. You're not shit to me. What I used to admire, see you, it was just an illusion. You not shit. Especially the way you treat your own fucking kids. I don't respect you, fat ass bitch. Like I never want to curse you, but you have cursed and called your kids bitches and disrespected your kids and disrespect because we bleed out our vagina on our fucking period. But bitch, you was a bleeding bitch too. And you have your daughters, everything that's natural to being a woman, you want to degrade them for, and I have no control over this shit. I have no control over going through puberty. I have no control of having a vagina. I have no control of having a menstrual cycle. But you have one, and it's a good thing for you, and it's a good thing for you to get husbands, and you fuck around on them. We know it, but we would never tell him because you basically got him henpecked and shit. He wouldn't believe that. But it's okay for you to do all these things and you to have a pussy and throw your pussy and suck dicks. But then when your daughters are developing into women, you tell them they're nasty and that they stink. And their whole life niggas gonna use them and throw them in a fucking trash can like a piece of goddamn trash. Like a push-up fucking ice cream that they done ate all the fucking ice cream out of. It's that says, but I'm supposed to respect you? That's what the Bible said. No. The Bible also says, do not provoke your children to kill your fucking ass. Do not provoke your children to wrath. Do not provoke your children to disrespect you. The Bible never said, honor your mother and your father, that your days may be long, no matter what they do to you. It says, do not provoke your children to wrath. But see, they don't want to go into that. They don't want to repeat that part. It's just, I got to honor you. No, the fuck I don't. Even the Bible says I don't have to honor anybody that dishonors me. I don't have to respect anybody that disrespects me. I don't have to make sure that I protect you and your reputation and love me if you work on not protecting me and destroying me and showing hatred to me. I see this. And these are the kind of things my grandmother and all these old bitches would sit there and groom you to be a loser. We'll get together. Look, I had her, I'm going to drop her off with you so I can go out here. That says something right there. See, you've got to start spending time with your wounded little girl, and you're going to have to start writing and meditating and journaling and speaking to her every day in a grown woman's body, because you got to get her all the way together. Because if you don't spend time with her, and if you don't have a special altar for her, and if you don't have a special room where you sit with her and have whatever you liked as a child that you were deprived of. I have my toys, I have my bubbles, I got my hula hoop, I got my jump rope. Now I'm strong enough to play with them again, which also tie into health and fitness. Those are the things that my mother took from me when she forced me to leave my grandmother. And my grandmother would make me exercise and run and hula hoop every day. And those things that keep you young and keep your blood flowing and your body tone and keep you in touch with your vagina. Just like when I said Nipsey told me to start dancing and he was telling me how he wanted me to move my body and wiggle it and pop my ass. When strippers dance and when you work that pole, I teach you how to work a dick, suck a dick, and dominate your popsicles, your bananas, and all these things help you not just become a better lover, but it makes you healthier internally. Why do you think some of the reason, not just rough anal sex and rough vaginal sex will tear up a woman's body, especially if she doesn't exercise and put it back together and go to the doctor, even to get surgery or vaginal tightening every month on a regular basis, and teach men how to fuck her and know how to handle man and teach him how to teach you it's good to let a man tell you what you need to do to him and how you need to do it to him, because some men don't like their dick sucked. All men don't like their dick sucked the same way. Everybody's body's different, their erogenous zones are different. And so you need to, if you don't know a man, don't assume because you drove one crazy before you got with him, a lot of them crazy, that you just gonna drive this one crazy because you sucked everybody else's dick a certain way, and now you gonna suck their dick the same way you suck the other nigga dick and drive them while some things may. But I couldn't believe it. I've actually men say, I don't like my dick sucked. I don't want my dick sucked. And I'm like, you don't like? No, I don't want my woman to suck me. I like this, I like that. There's some men that's funny like that. That's got funny ways. So you get with a man, y'all don't know each other body. You don't know your body. You need to just look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to get comfortable. And I want you to jack your dick. I want you to come in front of me and all that. Because that's your dick. And you know how you like the shit, and whatever woman you was with before you met me, you either taught her or it's a hard-headed bitch, didn't want to be taught and whatever, because you ain't with her now, you in front of me. So I'm going to do what she did not do, because only you can tell me how to suck you, how to fuck you. Because, I need you to come, because nigga don't come and I'm with him, I'm going to get upset. That shit going to fuck with me like for days and shit until I get you to do it right, because that means it's something I ain't on my motherfucking shit. Unless we made that kind of agreement, we're going to fondle each other, we're going to do oral on each other. You ain't coming till I see you tonight once you get off work. You're going to hold that energy, I'm going to jack you or whatever. We want to build that energy. We're going to fuck with each other through the text all day. We're going to do nasty, and then you're going to bust a nut for when you get home, or 2 or 3, whatever. It depends on how we feel like we want to fuck all night, whatever. But nigga don't come, I'm finna have a bad day. I might have to go get me a counselor if some nigga don't come for me, because I'm going to take that real personal, like, what is it? I mean, you something wrong with me or something on me, goddamn it, or what is it? You want me to take it off? What I gotta do? I'm real big, that's gonna fuck with me. And I'm sure if y'all women are honest about that, don't say I'm the only one, goddamn it, because I'm gonna have to talk to somebody, because I ain't gonna be able to go through. Houston, we got a problem. So we can get around that. You're going to sit in front of me. Stand, whatever you want to do, baby. I ain't going to, I can't tell you. I'm not going to judge. I'm going to keep my mouth quiet, because it's not me, it's you. That's your dick and that's my dick. I want you to go through the motions of that shit. I'm talking about the littlest fucking detail. Come in front of me. Come for me. Because that's the only way I can do my job. That's the only way I can keep you satisfied and keep your undivided attention. Okay. And that should be the goal. The thing is when you take that sex. I mean, y'all holler in the chat. Tell me now. Tell me now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what they said, VP rise up. It's gonna be a problem. Because that means if you can't pull that shit out to the nigga's nuts is big and swole up and bagged up in his stomach would come, and by the time you finish with him, the nigga's nuts is draining, the nigga's eyes is leaning low, the nigga can barely stand up, knees knocking and shit. If you can't get him to do that, y'all don't have a sexual attraction or a sexual vibe that's really like that, so that when a nigga see you and you start talking all greasy and talking reckless and shit like that, the nigga hard rat, you ain't even touch the nigga. You tell the nigga to touch yourself. If it ain't that means somebody else can do that shit. You see what I'm saying? The nigga either you hung up on another bitch, or You think about another bitch. The bitch know how to get it in. If y'all was just fuck, but sometimes you just need to be somebody fuck buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like not where nigga fucking everybody else. It's y'all sluts together. Y'all slutting together because y'all got that type of vibe. If you ain't got that type of vibe with a nigga, you need to leave that alone because that's something you can't buy. You can't make it up. It's like when you first see each other, you feel that shit on that nigga. That nigga feel that shit on you. It's that pussy and dick connection. That's either your twin flame or your motherfucking soulmate, your divine masculine, your divine goddamn feminine. Because you gonna see them right there the first time and want to script. Not strip, you want to script and put your mouth and pull all on them right then. They're gonna do the same thing to you. When you got that, that's more valuable than money. And you ain't gonna find that with everybody. You might look at people, sure, you're gonna say, damn, she pretty, damn, he handsome, they sharp, they fine, whatever. Yeah, but if that's all you can say and there's no deeper connection with them where it's like you feel that shit and that shit y'all ain't never met, y'all ain't never fucked, y'all ain't never touched, you ain't never thought of the person because you never seen the person, you never heard of the person before. And when you get in a room or you pass it and your eyes lock into each other, and you be like, damn, the fuck is this? And that shit scare you because you're not meeting that every day. When you got that, the other shit is easy. Show me how you like your dick sucked. Show me how to jack your dick. How you want to put your mouth? Show me how to eat your pussy. Okay, open your leg. Oh, and I'm a squirt. You a squirt of it? Oh, God. Okay, just lay there, gap your legs open and show daddy what daddy got to do to tighten that up. You see? Okay, put your mouth right here. Put your mouth right there. See, your mother fucks you up in the head when she beats you for being a girl, humiliates you for being a girl, humiliates you for having a pussy hole, humiliates and degrades you for having a period, and basically destroys your self-esteem and does not help develop you intellectually, does not help develop you academically, does not show you the power of the pussy and how to stand in vagina power and that you are supposed to be with a man. Like a lot of white girls know how to suck dick real good, suck a grown man dick at damn 5 and 6 years old or 10 years old because not all white women, but a lot of them white women and the white girls be talking to their daughters about having sex because they get abused too, but some of them don't. Why? Because if your mother, let's say, they think it's not a big deal, but I realize this is a big deal. And it helps to build confidence and help you become very competitive and win. When you see a mama that's got her daughter in a lot of beauty pageants and beauty competition, you laugh at that shit. You know, but you don't really realize, because I know pageant girls, and I'm talking to one right now, and even as a grown woman, my Afro-Latino friend whose daughter's spirit was in that box, and she just got her box a couple of days ago. And it's been kind of wild at her house. But the little girl's happy because she with her mama. And she been up there already causing disturbances on anybody that try to fuck with her mama. So when women are in pageants, I don't think y'all realize, like I understand now, that's not just no flippers. You know, as a little girl starts to shed her teeth, they call them flippers, put the little fake teeth, clip them in, and back comb and tease to have with a whole bunch of hairspray or little wigs and weaves and shit, and twisting around grinning because you so cute. That's teaching you to fight another bitch. And that's teaching you to win. So whatever I gotta do I have to get more expensive dresses? Do I need to get my daughter, okay, get her teeth, her fake teeth, as she's shedding her baby teeth, and moving into elementary school and getting her permanent teeth, because that's what we all go through. So she can't get up there and smile with the front teeth out. So I gotta put her flippers in. I gotta put her grown woman makeup on. I gotta put her outfits on. And who's her competition? Okay, the two little girls over there that's cuter than her, just as cute, been cute all their life. So what do I gotta do to her? They getting these girls Botox at 6 and 7 years old. Nipping and tucking them. By the time they 12 and 13, they getting their first fucking boob job and getting a nose job and shit. If you got a nose like a daddy, they basically teaching them how to compete. Oh, and if that doesn't work, I want you to suck that judge's dick over there. So, or lay and eat that bitch pussy, or let her eat yours, or whatever you got to do to win, or how I got to pay on the motherfucking table. It's winning at all cost. Your mother cheats you out of that and how to suck a dick real good because you usually so fucked up in the head that you got a pussy and you're not confident in being a female and what a female do. It ain't no wrong on the shit. It ain't no right or wrong on the shit other than you not protecting yourself and being tested and knowing that you have less odds of getting infected with some of this nigga because you got boundaries and you got self-respect. So certain things you'll do or not do without a motherfucking condom. Unless you know this nigga, y'all both got tested together, and there's nothing wrong with experimenting in sex. Once you become a teenager, you're old enough, and you and your mother talk about it when you're not a child, you're like 14, 15, 16, 17 years old. That should be a talk with the mother, and if the mother agrees to that or knowing that you're experimenting, like a lot of young women do, you need to be on birth control, you need to talk to the doctor, you need to be examined, you need to know your body, you need to feel secure because you're moving into young womanhood. When you have a mother that now body shames you because you built like a fucking brick house and you got a period, and she knows her man and everybody's man and even relatives going to be looking at you. That's just naturally what people do. It don't mean they want to screw you or that they will try, but they looking, and now the daughter is being admired and getting just as much or now more attention than the mother, especially if the mother ain't taking care of herself, fat and shit done fell off. But then she feared that when the girl was a baby because she could see looking at the girl and the bone structure, whatever, what the girl's going to be evolving into. So she wants to destroy and tear that down. When a mother continues to do that and you have not been taught sexual skill, you have not been taught to stand in your power and dominate your lover, it's going to be difficult for you to attract, and you haven't been taught to compete, and your mother has you in not competing in academics and beating people and becoming involved in clubs where you beat people, where you have to compete on your reading skills, your history of your knowledge of history, mathematics, where you also learning charisma, personality, how to engage people on your age and on your level, how to develop naturally, because she suppresses and retards your growth and puts you down. You're going to have a hard time in life because you don't know people skills. You have not been taught to debate. You're not a member of a debate club. You're not a member of a mathematic club. You're not a member of a social club. As you're developing as a teenager, naturally you're not getting out. And that is me. That is what my mother did. But she had all of those skills because she left home early and she started engaging people and fucking early and made up her mind she was going to get what she got, and was very treacherous and narcissistic throughout the whole process. Now, let me also say this. Those tools of being a narcissistic bitch and developing yourself where you win and you study another woman, because these women see you as an opponent. These women see you as a threat and competition. You, on the other hand, is out here laughing and talking, not competing with nobody. And you're trying to get close to women and bond with them. Why? Because you didn't get to bond with your mother. You didn't get to bond with females growing up, and you didn't have female peers your own age to associate with. You're pulled back, retarded, and isolated. You're going to lose. Some of those skills come in handy. You need to start studying the 48 laws of power. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich by Dennis Kimbrough, Black Perspective. What is it? The Art of War, Sun Tzu. You're going to have to play catch up because your mother wanted you to be a dumb bitch and a loser bitch. Now, you don't do things like that to people that are your friends and that really love you, but because usually your IQ in those arenas is low because you don't have an experience and you did not engage normally at every age of development like you were supposed to. You're out in the wilderness by the time you got to play fucking catch up. Years of catch up, even being developed normally at 5 and 6 years old. You don't fucking know. So now you in the middle of battle, you getting your ass beat and you don't have any ammunition. You don't have any tools. Hit my cash up, make it clap, goddammit. Because I ain't over here just damn goddamn talking out. What you said, Christina? No, you said damn. Why, what you thinking? You said, yep, hang out in the bookstore. Yes, now you got to put yourself there because your mother didn't put you there. She wanted you to be a retarded, dumb bitch. You got to know those skills. What I'm realizing now is that being a nice person, a good person all the time don't work because people ain't coming at you like that. They pretending to come at you like that. They already got that auto war in their head. They already know they don't like you. They already know they just want to get up on you. You their enemy, but you can't fucking see this shit. A lot of times too, you already in battle where it's too goddamn late. Well, you got to hurry up and scramble and do a dial, cut that bitch throat, cause the bitch is finna go in for the kill on you. Goddamn it. See, you gotta know when to pull them skills out. But if you don't have them, you're going to keep getting cut in your juggler and fuck until you get tired of being played with. And until you get tired of niggas that are undeserving of you playing with your motherfucking pussy. Huh? Then you bust it open, making you calm, getting you turned out, doing hydraulics in your pussy. By the time he finished with you so turned out on him, the nigga ain't turned, he done taught you how to suck dick and mushroom tipping and dipping and shit and coming in your mouth. He got you doing all this shit. And after you finish doing all that and bragging, how you know how to fuck, how you know how to suck, make your ass clap open and clap on and close and do hydraulics while he nigga fucking you in your rectum, got you turned out on some ass dick, fucking your pussy, fucking your head up and fucking you all in your mouth, got you down burping, making calm babies and slurpees and shit all out your fucking mouth. Usually other than that, fucking you like that, you get up and have no control. No control of this nigga at all, and you're not controlling this nigga's mind. He controlling yours. You wait for him to come over there. You turned out on the dick. You turned out on him. You calling him. He ain't answering. He answer when he want to. He show up when he want to. He got several bitches. Why? Because he's bored of you. You are not talking to this nigga man to woman, mind to mind. There's no mental gymnastic here. There's no challenge here with you. Now he's bored with you because you's a sex toy dummy. Oh, I got a nice body. Oh, he like my titties, and he like to fuck me all the time. Yeah, and he's fucking over you too because nigga don't talk to you. Nigga don't really share his life with you or what he doing or how he got what the fuck he got. He just showing you how to clap them cheeks. If the nigga's fucking you before he fucking you, after he fucking you, when he go get you something to eat, or when the nigga pick up some takeout and drop it off to you, and while you eating with him and talking, this nigga's not sitting here showing you mental dynamics and gymnastics. And look, let me tell you how I invested this to get that, and now that I got over here, how I jumped over there, and how let me show you the structure of whatever I'm doing. Because I've talked to women that's like, damn, he got so much money, he's so successful. I admire him and respect him, but I want to know how he got there, because either they scared to ask a nigga for some money, or when they ask a nigga for some money, he getting them little bits, so he ain't never got it. But he always know that you got them cheeks to clap on and clap off. Goddamn it, you's a stupid bitch. This nigga done taught you sexual manipulation and the art of sexuality and vagina power, and you don't even know it, or you don't even want it, or you don't even want to know it. You think just pleasing him and never saying no to him is power in itself, and he's going to come over there when you open your ass cheek up and you do your nasty dance, and you let him skeet calm on your teeth like you up there at the dentist and they polishing your teeth with that toothpaste and shit. This nigga polishing your teeth with dick. See, and calm. All in there, but the nigga is comfortable saying no to you. Why? I said that if you giving a nigga all the sexual pleasure and your pussy is magic to this nigga, and he getting off, he busting all kind of nuts in every hole in your body, you're a stupid bitch. And let me make sure I'm very clear. You're a stupid bitch. You're a dumb bitch. If you got all that power and you've been doing this to this nigga from A to Z for a long time, and you want a wedding band, you want to move in with him, you want to drive his car, you want to wear the nigga chain, and you want a key to the front door, and you don't have none on but some calm in your damn hand. You is a dumb ass bitch. And whatever the nigga doing to you, you deserve every bit of it. Because usually you're going to have his undivided attention before he busts a nut. You got a certain amount of time for it. Huh? And if you got a lot of issues, now y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Now, you sitting here and you have gotten the art of this nigga's nut. You are in his nut brain. You talking to little Jimmy. Now you got little Jimmy under control until this nigga busts off. The other Jimmy in his skull, in between his ears, he pays you no attention. How do you know he don't pay you attention? Because, bitch, look, do y'all want me to talk to them? Y'all want me to talk to y'all like this here? Or how Kelly X? You want me to talk to y'all like this here? Like I'm your big sister, your mama? Because my mother never told me none of this shit. I learned the hard way. That you have power. Because you've been taught to be so dumb and humiliated and so low, and your mother took your power. She wouldn't give it to you. So a lot of y'all have had to survive on fucking and sucking and manipulating. You had to do what you had to do. A lot of you become prostitutes and strippers. You understand the game. Because if you stripping and you selling pussy, they might not be your husband, but you have a level of intellect in your head and down in your ass where you is running niggas and you are financially dominating the motherfuckers. And if you really financially dominating a nigga, you ain't fucking them with your physical body. You fucking them with your mind and that tongue between your teeth. Huh? Did you ain't... Do you want me to talk to you like this? Huh? In Vagina Power Church? Because a nigga, I bet you some niggas listen. I can feel they sneaky ass. Some niggas is listening. I want the niggas to chime in and tell me if I'm wrong. And one thing I don't do that I see other women do, to talk to women like I do, a lot of them will tell you that all niggas ain't shit because they do that. That's not true. It's a lot of good ass men out here. They either already taken and they being dominated and abused by a bitch and they're afraid to leave. Or if they leave, they be so fucked up in the head, you'll never meet them and you'll never see them because they don't come out. They don't go to clubs and shit. They don't want to be in no club. They don't want to be no hoe. They don't want to fuck everybody. It's some good men out here. But if you keep lining yourself up with them type of niggas and you don't know your power and based on the law of attraction, you keep recreating what you say you don't want, you ain't gonna never know them. You ain't gonna never meet them. You gonna keep meeting the ones as soon as they meet you and take you out to dinner and take you for some fried rice and shit, or take you to the most expensive place that you want to go to, like you think that they like you because they do that. And as soon as they get you back to their house or your house, they coming in, pulling they unzipping their pants, got their dick sticking out their goddamn pants like you a whore. Not even having a real nurturing, getting to know you fuck session where it's respectful. This nigga got his pants still up and just got his zip with his dick hanging with his mushroom tip hard hanging through there because he just spent $150. That ain't shit. I want you niggas to chime in if I'm lying. I don't care if you gay or straight. What you learn from gay men, good vibe? Yes, because I learned from them too. They will tell your ass. Because a lot of them fuck men that fuck women. And you think these men are straight, but they fuck men. And I've known some gay men that are very soft and weak and docile like women. And then I've known some gay men that handle men like a rough ass man. And those men that will fuck a woman bowing down to a fucking nigga. You know, and the woman just don't know that's what a nigga's fucking doing because this nigga won't let you touch his butthole and swear that he's a real fucking nigga and want to dog you out and then let a man a dog him. Got him over there hobbling like a goddamn bitch. See, you gotta, I'm looking at here now. Is anybody objecting to what the fuck? Oh, Justice King. Hey, is that a man or is there many men's been listening? I want to hear, am I lying to these women's men's? Huh? What you say, Nissa? Because I had my divine masculine for 14 years before he gained his own on 129. He loved Nipsey. Yeah, and a lot of us haven't had a divine masculine yet, and it's time that we start to create that and draw that into our world. But you gotta deal with this stuff I'm talking about to you, so that when you get with him, he appreciates your vagina power, you appreciate his penis power, and y'all come and explode together, and you do sexual manifestation magic during the ejaculation period. You visualize what it is you want, you pull it together. So you have you use those. Stop being ashamed of the things that happened and that didn't happen sexually in your past. If you know that usually the wounded healers and the ones being used by men, they usually got the best pussy. Because you're a psychic. A lot of times psychics have some good pussy. But see, a lot of them fucked up in the head, and they have drama with men. A lot of them don't have healthy sexual relationships. They don't have healthy men there because they're not developing that part and dealing with they wounded little girl and they wounded inner child, but they tied up in everybody else's fucking problems and telling everybody else, some people pulling on them. You need to take time to deal with your shit. If you know you're a wounded healer and you know you done took different dicks and ain't none of them stayed around for your fucking ass. It don't mean you ain't got no good pussy. That just might be all you got, goddamn it. Or you had niggas to play you and you let them fucking play you by being too fucking nice. Why did I say psychics and empaths a lot of times have the best pussy? Have real good pussy. Because they are above the 5 senses. They don't have 5 senses, they have 6 senses. So if you really decide to deal with your pussy problems and stand in vagina power and develop your sex skill, or if you done been through a lot of men and you was sucking dick and getting fucked, I don't mean this to no, please don't take this wrong, goddammit. But then again, if you ain't got over the shit, you gonna take it wrong, so fuck it. But I'm a part of that shit. I was molesting and shit too. I just went sucking dick. I wouldn't let them put their dick in my mouth when I was 7 8. I wasn't having it. So I don't have a lot of sexual skill as a little girl because I fight them motherfuckers. The ones of you that couldn't, I'm not going to say you didn't, you couldn't for whatever reason. And you had full on intercourse before you were 7, before you were 10. You cannot beat yourself up and become sexually frigid and become fat because you don't want nobody to say nothing to you or look at you. Now you can, that's your choice, but eventually you need to deal with that shit. Because of those experiences, you got to embrace your pussy, embrace your mouth, your dick sucking and all that, because you can't do nothing about it. It's all done in the past. You need to forgive the situation and forgive yourself by abusing and mistreating yourself because you're a woman, and as a little girl, people fucked all along you, had you sucking dick and shit, slutting you out and shit. And then a lot of them are little, psychic, because I could see child molesters. I ain't know the name for it. I ain't know what a dick looked like or what it meant, but I just knew they fucking wanted me. I knew they like little girls. I knew little girls, period. It wasn't just like some dick, some shit you saved for me, goddammit. But, I could sense these things. Usually you're better lovers because, not only because that happened to you and you need to embrace that shit, but because you can sense a motherfucker's dicks through his clothes. You see what I'm saying? So that means since you can sense a nigga's dick through their clothes, you ain't even ever seen it. You can feel it. You can get so in tune with that shit. You know if the nigga got some cum and his nuts bagged up, or you know if the nigga's nuts is empty because he got a sexy bitch at home that he love and she love him. So she drain them motherfuckers every morning by 4 and 5 a.m. A lot of times niggas' dicks be hard and they sleep. This bitch feel that shit and get up on a nigga. So he ain't got nothing to give to another bitch. You see what I'm saying? See, you know that. God damn it, because you are empath and you's a psychic bitch. And then on top of that, you a freaky bitch. Usually psychic bitches and intuitive bitches be nasty, freaky bitches, but they hold that shit in the closet. People don't know, or they cover up and shit and dress that shit up. They don't want that hole to come out. So they, like talk her down and keep her in the closet and punish her and shit. You beating yourself up like your mama beat you up because a real part of you is shame of your pussy and shame that you could suck a dick and put a mushroom tip in your mouth and want to act like that ain't what your mouth for. Like your mouth is made to talk and say your ABCs and 1, 2, 3s and shit and be professional and be a good girl and have a You're not just a girl because a lot of y'all's getting fucked as a little girl. You're a grown ass motherfucking woman. So then two is good because you hold that shit back and let that shit get tight and just season all the fuck up and all that shit. But then you get around a nigga and a nigga really gets you really where you relaxed and shit and you feel like don't nobody know and you liking this nigga, you feeling him, he feeling you, that energy that I'm talking about. You get there and suck that nigga dick so hard like you gonna pull that skin and finna pull the gristle out the bone or a piece of church's chicken over there. Huh? Nigga dick so feel raw, you done suck this motherfucker down to the nigga got to go to the doctor and they give him some ointment and shit because the nigga dick is tender. Skin weakened on the motherfucker. You done pull it so hard and done made him bust 3, 4 nuts. You swallow a nut and all that shit. Got your butt open. Got your ass up in the air. See, that's what I mean. Let that hoe out. You know, with the right person, you got to heal over that shit. Goddamn it. I mean, cause I know. No, that's me. I sat there, I don't let men touch me. I've been celibate about 10 goddamn years. And I'm just probably like when people tell me she a hoe, she fuck, I'm like, would y'all please bring the nigga forward because I have so many hang-ups and fucked up in the head that I don't even be with that shit. I don't even know why my ex was tripping and keep trying to come back over here because I ain't let this nigga touch me for years. I ain't let nobody touch me. Because I had pussy problems. Mouth and ass, P.A.M problem, pussy, ass, and mouth. While these bitches out here letting P.A.M come out. I'm holding P.A.M in because I got conflict with P.A.M. I got conflict with the pussy, ass, and the mouth. So I just shut it down. The bitch ain't talking to nobody. Bitch ain't opening up nothing. God damn it. Because this is these are areas that women in my family beat up. It wasn't just me. Beat up all the girls. And it's usually the girls that were attractive and had a nice body like me and my half sister. And you're meeting men that just want to run through you because a lot of these men are empaths. A lot of the men are psychics and they know you got a lot of problems. And you got vagina power, but they know you don't know you got it and you're not standing in it, but they know you got some good pussy because you ain't really let nobody unloosen that motherfucker like you really could. You know, you holding her in, got your clothes long, your pants long, your skirt down to your ankles. I wear my skirt down to my ankles. I got these turtlenecks and shit and gloves like ain't none of y'all gonna see a goddamn thing. And ain't none of y'all finna pick up. All them niggas done picked up on that shit because a lot of them niggas know when you dress like that, they like to fuck church girls and they like to fuck bitches that wear them big old jogging pants and, you know, they don't always like to fuck no bitch with tight clothes. They like the ones like a church girl or, you know, ain't got her hair fixed, ain't got no makeup on. You see her walking down the street, she's like a librarian and shit. They like to fuck the sleeves off them because they covering everything up. It's kind of loose and them niggas can read your pussy and read your titties and see your print through your ass through them loosen ass clothes and them long ass turtlenecks and them long ass sleeve and long ass fucking jogging pants that have a lot of, you know, space. They be too big and shit. They could see the print of your pussy. Niggas can visualize. They got x-ray, dick hard, looking at a church bitch or a library. A lot of them, a bitch you think not attractive, they get more dick than a lot of y'all. Because niggas zoom in on them because they know that pussy be locked up and everybody ain't hitting that motherfucker. And you know, don't let her have no buck teeth talking like teeth. Oh man, she gonna suck some dick today. She got some beaver teeth, it's like bunny rabbit teeth. And when she talk like her tongue, oh yeah, I'm gonna teach this motherfucker real good to go in and out. Fuck goddamn it, though. See, you got to know your power, but you cannot know your power until you heal the wounded little girl inside because she was born a hoe. See, y'all? And it don't mean she gotta be a hoe or that she is a hoe, but she got whole tendencies and whole skill. See, them whole tendencies and whole skill, you need to embrace that inner whole cause that's where your vagina power, your money power, then you add your intellect into it, you add your academics into it, You heal the wounds inside of you. You don't let no bitch put you down. They start trying to slick shade you and giving you a nice, nasty comment and your mom and all that. You have to understand why she did what she did. And then want you to come to power because she a hoe too. She just ain't gonna fucking tell you. And she don't want you to see that, you know, your hoe might not be like hers, but she do anything with anybody. You might be a select hoe. You see what I'm saying? You might be you know, not just an authentic and select hoe. You know, you might be a bougie hoe. You know, you might be an above average hoe. You know what I'm saying? When you mixing all of them together in every level of yourself. You dealing with forgiveness and embracing of your pussy. And embracing of your power. And then you develop all the areas that are weak to become strong. So that now you had a power and you choosing who you holding with. You choosing who dick you sucking. And you making sure you get with a motherfucker that you fucking and sucking that gives you a higher odds of goddamn and getting what the fuck you want. You know what? See, I think I'm talking too much here. Talking too much. So your mama was pagan, dude. I don't know what that means. See, what that mean? Tell me. What pagan mean? Because what I'm telling you is, you got all that, and you intuitive, and you psychic. So a part of you will know if a nigga gonna fuck you over. But if you don't trust it, you're going on in and let the nigga do it. You don't do that. You get in it to win it. Because you got beauty, brains, and booty. Huh? Beauty, brains, pussy, and beauty. And if you ain't got the brains, you better play catch up. And if you ain't got the booty and the pussy, you better play catch up. So that you are more lethal with your shit. And you a dangerous bitch. And vagina power niggas know not to play with you. And if they don't know, that's fine. But when you talk to them, the nigga gets to know. Because you ain't doing shit until you heal your wounded little girl and you tighten out those areas that are loose and weak and you strengthen everything that's not strong. So that they know that you're moving from a place of pussy power and vagina power and not vagina weakness. And that starts with bonding with your wounded little girl and all the sexual loss and your mother taking your power away. I see I'm a late bloomer. Like I said, I ain't giving my shit to nobody. I said, I'm not going to ever be in this position again where I'm too nice to somebody and I'm long suffering and forgiving to somebody that always give me shit. And then I'm still giving love in return, thinking that you reap what you sow and that's going to come back to you. It doesn't. If you have low self-esteem, you let a nigga fuck you, okay? The same nigga that's fucking you is scared of your pussy. He's secretly intimidated by you, but instead of him coming right out with it, you'll know that he is because he'll go up in you, bust nuts in you, then get out of you and abuse you and try to take any and all your shine away from you so that nobody sees you. He then wants, the more he fucks you, the more insecure and jealous he gets, and he wants to make you invisible so that nobody will want you and go out and talk you down behind your back. So when people look at you, they hurt and turn and go the other direction. And you're still long-suffering and kind to someone that will do that to you, take your power, but in a relationship, they still maintain power and they still have power. You're a stupid bitch if you let a man go up in you and bust nuts and do P.A.M for him, pussy, ass, and mouth for him. And then the more you do that, the more insecure and obsessed he becomes with that sex game. Especially if you're an intuitive and psychic, you gnaw down on this nigga dick like you taking a damn drill and drilling it a hole in a damn wall. The more you fucking him, getting him turned out, this nigga head is getting more fucked up, and he gets up and takes more power from you. But he gives more power to himself because he knows you have bad little girl wounds. He's not going to help you fix it. Because now he wants to put you like a doll on a shelf. And he wants to put you like a beautiful canary in a cage. So that you will never know what you have done to him, but you know the severity of what you've done to him. Because you see, now the nigga is obsessive and possessive. Want to lock you in the house, put his foot on your neck, take your power. That's a good sign that you have more power than you know that you have through LiL P.A.M. So you need to, now all you got wounded little girls, you need to give her a nickname. But her name should be P.A.M though. Pussy ass and mouth, because you done gave that to the wrong person. They liked it. Liked it, the shit. And then you had no power nowhere else. They took your power, made you feel like you have no power. Well, I mean, I just see you because I fuck you. Yeah, but you keep asking to come fuck me though. Out of all the bitches you fucking, you can't stop fucking me. Well, I don't want no commitment. I just like to fuck. But see, then he's diminishing Lil P.A.M power, Lil P.A.M and Big P.A.M power, but he still come over there to see P.A.M because he know he fucking a wounded little girl in the head with a grown woman P.A.M-ing on her. She got a grown woman P.A.M body, a grown mouth that could suck dick like a sucker fish. She got a grown pussy. She got a grown ass. But in her mind, she about 7 or 8 goddamn it years old. I mean, if you don't sit here goddamn it and talk to a little bitty P.A.M and put a leash on the bitch, this whore gonna be out here goddamn it giving her skill to all these niggas is taking, and then won't give her what the fuck she want. Love, a wedding ring, a home, safety, and security. Huh? But you giving him safety in your hot, wet, moist, KY lubricated P.A.M ad. Pussy ass and mouth. You get him that, he feels secure in that, and he's saying what the fuck you want to say. Christina, why is this wild? We in school. Y'all said y'all want to go to vagina power school. You sucking it up like a sucker fish up there. They how that sucker fish get in that damn aquarium and have the mouth locked up on the side of the glass. On this, I'm talking about suck for dear life. You supposed to suck like you Dracula and fuck like a master. That's what P.A.M do. But god damn it now. This nigga give you a bowl of Alpo. So you on your knees, you fucking him, and then the nigga sometimes will eat, you gonna fuck me and my friend, and I got another bitch over here. I ain't tell you, but I'm gonna tell you now. I wanna do a menage a trois. I want you to eat her pussy. I want you to strap on and fuck her all. So this nigga got you doing out Big P.A.M and Lil P.A.M, goddamn it. They tag teaming bitches. And damn Big P.A.M or Lil P.A.M ain't got no bank account, goddamn it, ain't got no new car. Ain't got no Maserati, ain't got no keys to the crib or none of that shit. And baby P.A.M and Big P.A.M is up here, goddamn it, chiefing bitches. Man, you know what? That's right, getting it out. Empty in the nuts. Emptying this bitch pussy out. She dominating and mastering bitches and niggas, goddamn it, and getting up and still ain't got no power. Huh? Power. Because you have power. And you are giving this power away. You up there sucking dick like Count Dracula, goddammit. You suck eating bitches pussy. You fucking them sticking dick in their ass like this nigga sticking it in yours. You hitting G-spots and stuff with a silicone goddamn dick. Got the bitch calling your name and then wiping this plastic dick off with a goddamn wet wipe and shit because the bitch got so much cum leaking off. But you got power, but you Lil P.A.M and Big P.A.M, goddammit, talking to goddammit dickheads and other bitches' clits and getting up, and you still don't have 360 degrees of power. And then you want to get mad at the nigga and you want to resent them when you the one that's the sucker fish, goddammit. And we know what the sucker fish do for the aquarium. They clean the filth and the slime up. They like a vulture, and they like a catfish. So they keep everything balanced, and in order they help the ecosystem. So you was out here, Lil P.A.M and Big P.A.M chiefing out here on people pussy and dick, and you get up and ain't got nothing, goddammit, but cum and a bitch cum and sperm and shit on your lip and dirt leaking down out your asshole. Now you and Lil P.A.M done went home crying and shit, and you and Lil P.A.M up here on psych meds, on some powder, depressed, getting high and shit, because y'all sitting on all this power, and a nigga telling you you don't have none. That's why I won't commit. I just fuck you, because you don't have no power. But he keeps fucking you. Out of all the other good pussy he getting, the other sexy bitches he got, and all the head and stuff, he can't get Lil P.A.M. He can't get Big P.A.M and her little sister P.A.M. out of head. Huh? I don't know if anybody donated, but if y'all ain't, I'm finna get the fuck up off of him. Maybe y'all think about it. Y'all want some more of this class here. Talking to y'all like a bitch need to talk to you. Like somebody need to talk to me, goddammit. Because you don't even know who the fuck you are. And you giving it away. And of course the nigga ain't gonna tell you. Because he know that you are upside down. You can't take care of your little girl, Pam, and give her no little toys and write in a journal every day and help her grow up to the mind of the grown body, the adult body, and fill up the adult mind with the knowledge and wisdom and vagina power that you have, because you don't even know you got it by the time you fucking know these niggas done woe you out, left you, went to another bitch that may not be as good at fucking as you and might not be as fine. But she got a sweetness about her. Easy going. It's more of a vibe. He feels like he can trust this bitch, you know, or the bitch don't do the shit you do. See, a lot of times a nigga let you do that because he know you a dumb bitch, you know, because you ain't grow the little girl up to the big girl, and you give your power away. You have no boundaries. Even though you everything he like in the bed, and you got his undivided attention till you bust a nut, because after you don't bust a nut, this man's mind is all over the place. You really have no control of it, and when you have control, you don't even know you have control. This nigga playing your motherfucking ass, and you're not asking for what you want. If the nigga say no, a lot of y'all scared to say, well, I'm saying no too. Don't ask me. Don't. You're not finna meet Pam no more. You're not finna talk to Pam. You're not finna exploit Pam. Because you gonna let me exploit you. I'm the only vulnerable, open, weakened person here who don't even realize I got all this control and all of this power, because you can't see and you can't think straight unless your dick gets in my Pams, my pussy, my ass, and my mouth, and then I hold your attention till you bust a nut. So you know what? You're gonna stop busting them. Because if I can't bust that wallet, if you can't drive me up there before you get me into a Pam position, and you go up there and hit that ATM, and what y'all don't realize is the nigga will do it. You're afraid to ask, or you won't demand, because now you hooked on him and you hooked on the dick, and you think this gonna lead somewhere. It does. It finally leads him throwing you in the fucking trash because you playing your motherfucker self. If he got a dick, every man got one. If he got a big one, somebody else got a bigger one. If he got a big house, somebody got a bigger one. If he got a Jag, somebody just got the new one for 2024. Huh? Whatever a nigga got, somebody else always got that and then some, or bigger amounts of it. So you ain't missing nothing if you leave a person that's playing on Pam and won't give Pam what she deserves, and you won't protect Pam. See, you ain't on a nigga to do it. And because he don't want to do it, he said you ain't valuable, because he knows to keep you stupid, you keep giving him access to the deepest, best part of you. And like I said, usually you're an intuitive, you're an empath, and you're a psychic. Your shit always stay hot and it's leaking. But you still got your mammy in your head. And you 5 years old in the head with a 35 and 55 and 45 your goddamn body and mind. But you really act like a child. This women 50 and 55 years old, 60 years old, still letting niggas play them like that. Don't want to be alone. Still trying to get love. Bitch. You 55 and 60 years old, 65 and 70 years old. It's women getting married at 80 and still having happy relationships. Niggas love them. But you 55, 65 years old, still having the same kind of relationships and let niggas do you. Still got Lil Pam and Big Pam in the head. Niggas fuck you up and fucking you over like they did when you was 25 years old. Fucking 16 years old. You sitting here blaming them. It's older women out here taking HIV medicine and every goddamn thing, sucking dick in the old folk home with snuff in they goddamn side of they fucking mouth. Man, get the fuck out of here with this shit, huh? I don't know if Vivica Fox is doing anything like that, so I'm not commenting on that. I haven't heard of her doing anything like that. She said that she wants to get married. I don't know why she waited so long. I don't know what happened to her personal life. I know she's always working. I can admire and respect that about her, and always getting new projects. So she is a boss. She is a hustler. And I remember she was dating that fine ass man that was younger than her. I remember they were on Wendy Williams. Now I don't know if he lied, but he said he wanted to marry her. What, 15 years ago? Said he wanted to have children with her. She pushed him away. I don't know what happened, but he seemed pretty serious. He's a big time businessman and promoter in Atlanta. And there was younger women trying to holler at him and making fun of him and leave that old bitch and get with us. And he did not budge. He did not leave her alone. I think she left him. So I don't know why she never got married and had any children. I think she's 60, but she still looks very good for her age. I haven't seen any men who said they were fucking her and using her, so I can't comment on that. Oh, that water good. I'm gonna take a break. I don't know if Mina's in here. She hadn't told me if anybody. Yep, she still looks good. I don't know if anybody donated, but I've been on here. Damn, I didn't realize that I wasn't looking. It's an hour and 34 minutes. I've been on here a while talking shit to y'all. I meant every word of it because that's how I see it. After going through what I've gone through, and I deal with my wounded little girl. That's why I cut niggas off. That's why I've been celibate for so long. You're not gonna play with me, and because I'm playing with myself, and because I'm not sitting down having a long, hard, real butt naked talk with myself and looking at every part of myself and straightening me. You cannot expect a man to take you seriously if you don't take yourself seriously. And men are like your sons. Like I told you the last time, they know when you playing with them and when you not. When I said, get away from that hot ass stove before you get burned. And I said, go sit your ass down and watch TV until I get finished talking to whatever business person I'm talking to or check my mail. And then he keeps getting up because he know you're not serious. Grown men are no different than your little boy. They can sense it. They just don't tell you. You think women only have intuition? You think only women can read motherfuckers and women aside? No, it's a lot of men that are they know if you want to fuck them. They know if you like them. Some of them maybe don't because of the women they've dealt with and they're insecure and have a lot of issues. And if they haven't dealt with a straight up woman like you that's been through a lot of pain and ain't fucked over people, they might size you up wrong. Well, because she looked this way, she do that and that. You know, a lot of niggas want her. She be in public. You know, she probably hurt me. She a hoe. You might not be that at all, but they can't really see it clearly because they don't trust themselves because they don't have women to do to them what niggas have done to a lot of us and play games with them, you know, and they probably not dogs. All men are not dogs, so they're not quite sure. But men that are quite sure they did and they done fucked a lot and they're real secure in their ability to read women and to make women calm. Because if a man don't make you calm, we have a problem here. You know, either you don't like him, you doing that for money or some other reason, or you ain't got enough dick for the length, the width is off, or you just don't know how to fuck, or you don't know how to fuck her, and you've gotten through for some other reason, maybe because your dick is big, and just because your dick is big don't mean it's some good thick big dick. Because if you don't know skill and you don't know how to exercise a pussy right, you have a big useless dick that don't nobody, it's just big and it's just long. But you up there, you know, just like a stupid motherfucker. I mean, you walk around with this shit hanging down on you and you either stupid enough to think because you cute or because you find your dick long and it's thick that you don't have to get to know and get in touch with this woman's body and erogenous zones, and that you don't have to ask her, what do you need me to do to your pussy? How you like it fucked? Show me how. Tell me how. Open your legs. Finger yourself. Let me see you come. And tell me what to do and how to fucking do it. A lot of men are like that. I'm macho. I got a big dick. I got a long dick. All I got to do is let her see to put it in. No, you don't. No, you don't. And a lot of women, even with a little dick, they complain, but it's big dicks they complain with too, because niggas don't know what to do with they shit. And then women talk about them behind their back. Child is big, the child I'm in a lot of pain, and he got a hook in it. Nigga done hurt me on the inside. I got to stumble in, go take me a sis bath and shit and hop. This nigga hurt me. He did not please me at all with all that dick, and he only know what the fuck. These are the type of things when you are in vagina power, no matter what nobody think or how they feel about it, you have those conversations. What you said, Nissa B? You said, I love the drip team energy. So I be trying not to talk to y'all like this because I don't be knowing if that's what y'all want. You know, I know that I need that, and I talk to myself like that every day, and that's why I cut a lot of things off because I believe in a relationship with a woman and a man, and any other relationship, man, man, woman, woman. Both people should be very, very secure in expressing themselves and communicating. And if you really care about someone and you're the one that's the dominant one and the other person is insecure and have issues with speaking their truth or saying what they want, or they have shame around their pussy or their dick, if you are their divine masculine or you are their divine feminine, you have to take the lead, and you have to want the same thing for that person that you have for yourself. And you have to create an environment where that person is comfortable with their body. A lot of men are insecure with their dick, even if they got some big dick on them. um, they didn't have the right fathers around, they didn't have the right mothers around. Like my grandmother told me I was wrong. My mother said I was wrong because my son was very little, and I sometimes would clean up these apartments and stuff to have extra money on the side. And somebody had left a whole bunch of Playboy magazines in there, and I got an idea. And so I took the Playboy magazines home. And when I would live with my grandmother, I would give my son a bath, and he was very little, and I used to bathe him in the tub. And he got a little older, I stopped being naked with my son. I said, I have breast because I'm a girl, and you have a chest with a nipple because you're a boy. I have a vagina, you have a penis, and those are your testicles or your nuts. I'm like, you have a penis, and slang is dick. You have testicles, slang is nuts. And I would teach him to touch his body. I'm like, I'm different than you. This is why I'm different. And he would point at me, and he would point at himself. And he knew the difference. Like at 2 years old, 3 years old, he was very comfortable. And he would look at the picture of the beautiful women in the Playboy magazine, and he would become erect. My grandmother would then attack me. Why are you letting him watch naked women at 3 and 4 years old? His little thing is lifting up, and I'm just laughing. I was like, Mama, he clearly likes women at this very young age. He's not responding to men. He's responding to women, and he knows that's his penis. He knows. He knows. That's his dick. And I was gone one day, and I came back. My grandmother's gonna attack me. He said he had to use the bathroom, and he was telling her he need to hold his dick. And why is he saying dick? And he's 3 and 4, and he was comfortable grabbing it while he pee. And this, I gotta grab my, and I'm just like, I started laughing, and I was just like, you know what? This is, you know, how y'all wouldn't even tell me. Y'all saying your little PP and your TT in your pocketbook. I didn't know what that was, and I wouldn't have gotten in the fucked up relationships I got in, and I wouldn't have been ashamed of my body, and I wouldn't have let people take advantage of me. If you had taught me to be confident and proud of what I have and knowing my body parts and being secure as a little girl and growing into a woman, like I'm teaching him, because I don't want anybody to take advantage of him, and I want him very confident pushing up on women. And when he's naked with them, I want him to be very comfortable knowing how to please them, and if he doesn't, to have them show him, and for him to show them how to touch him and please him. And so whenever he asked me questions, as a woman, I felt as his mama, I need to give him the game from a female perspective. And then he has men to talk to from the male perspective, because I'm the first woman in his life. I'm the first woman he saw and that he knew. I don't say, oh, get away from me. Don't talk about that. That's disgusting. I don't want to know that. No, I do want to know, because I know how women will treat you differently if you are not a choosy, very confident and compassionate lover, and a very expressive lover that communicates. A man that is vulnerable and sensitive when he's with a woman sexually, even if y'all just fuck buddies, even if y'all just friends, be the best fuck that you can be. Make sure they do not forget you for good reasons. Don't let them remember you for bad reasons. Women like a choosy and a very compassionate and very sensitive lover. I don't care if you fucking a woman that's 200 pounds. You make her feel like she's a size 7. You don't judge or humiliate and degrade her because you knew what size she was before you laid down with her. So just don't lay down with her. You make every woman feel special and that she made you come in a very special way. Even if you did not. Even hell, if all of them supposed to make you come. If they don't talk to them, don't deal with them no more. If they're not willing to go there and learn how to please you, but you make every woman, I don't care how fat she is, I don't care how skinny she is. Even if you think another one's ass was better or a titty sit better, you make them all feel special. And you cater to them. And I would say this, he liked to ask me these things. And I noticed that he would have problems with women. They would want to fight. They be out there. They want to argue. And he was nice to all of them. He was good to all of them. And I told him to be good to all of them. And they had this understanding he wasn't lying and saying, oh, I'm just committed to you. He's like, no, I got several lovers. And they would they see the other one there. And he was like, now you know that such and such was over here. Now you know that I ain't committed to now one of y'all, but I'm telling you. And then they would get there and want to start moving. I've seen girls come to blows about him. Not because he lied to them, because then they want to move the other one out of the way because I said that you treat all of them, from the youngest to the oldest, because he was hitting the older ones too. I said you treat all of them respectfully, before sex, during sex, after sex. And he said, well, what about this? And do I touch this one here? And how I do this? And I tell him. And then I said, but, make sure these are things you do, and you're a gentleman to all of them before and after, even if you don't want them. You don't disrespect them. And that is like you still, even if you're a hoe with sensitivity, you still go have issues with. And I just hope that if you all are listening to me and you have sons, it's good to be open with them as their mother. I know sometimes it can be hard. You don't tell them everything you do, of course. But it's good to give them the game because they crave it from their mother. And a lot of women are very insensitive and abusive to their sons. And their sons are walking out here wounded and beating women up and killing women and not being able to connect with them because they hate their mother or they're hurt by her. They have a lot of mommy wounds. You don't want to do to them what your mother did to you. And if you did, you want to try to right that wrong while that child is alive and while you're alive. Anything they want to know from a woman, you should give it to them first. You should be honored if your son wants to sit down and have a conversation with you about women and share their sex lives with you. A lot of women will pry into their children's sex life and sneak and go to the phone and go through the diary. I never did that. It's something different when your child wants to come to you on their own. And now it's like, Mom, I'm sexually active and I want to know, can you take me to the clinic? I want to make sure that I'm okay. And that's what I like about my son. I did not know when he was a teenager. He said, I would like to go get a checkup. And, I've been with this girl. I didn't attack him. I didn't hit him. I said, well, okay. Well, thank you for telling me. I didn't know. So you want to make you an appointment today or tomorrow? Yes, I would like you to go. I said, okay, I'm going to go outside the room. He's like, no, I'm comfortable. Can you stay with me? And he wanted that on his own. I did not pressure him. He brought it to me. And I felt that as a mother, if your son or your daughter is concerned and they come to you humbly and say, hey, I'm active and I might be pregnant. I'm scared. I want some birth control. I need some condoms. I want you to go with me. I think you should go. The worst thing you could do is beat that child up and humiliate that child because sex is a natural function. and they're going to do it anyway. It's a part of life, just like you still doing it, or you trying to get to it. You know, at an older age, and you want to be loved, but you miss the experience, and it's just something that is supposed to happen. So you should want them to win. You should want them to be successful. You don't want them used. You don't want them walking around diseases not knowing that they have. You don't want them not protected. You don't want them to not recognize somebody that just wants to fuck them over and it's already infected and just give it to them to pass it around because they mad because they got it. You want to. If you heal your wounds and you heal your wounded little girl, you stand in vagina power. You should want your son to have penis power because he came from you. Anything you had, you should want to win. And it's a sick bitch that does it to her children and holds them back. Thank you for the 7 people that have donated. You said, I love my relationship with my children. I teach my sons and daughters about the values of their body. Yep, Nisa B. Mr. Easter, you say, yeah. Love Alexis. I had a 500-pound white one propose marriage at first sight in a bar. Oh, why did you freeze? You don't. Well, I understand you didn't know them, and I don't know if you like big ones. You know, but your energy is good. You definitely have something going for you and energetically very good, and must be physically too. To have someone meet you right off and ask you for your hand in marriage. I love that you all are so open. I'm just now looking down here now, and you all, we have fun over here, and I learn from you, and I'm telling you that's where your power is, and your pussy and your dick, your first chakra, that is your sacral chakra. And when you are dealing with that in family, you can look it up and study the first chakra. We probably should go through the 7 chakras too on some shows. Your first chakra deals with your community, your tribe, your culture, where you came from, you feeling safe and secure in your tribe, in your family, in your neighborhood. And when you're little, if you don't feel that and you get abused and you're told that something's wrong with you and unstable and unbalanced because you're a girl, because you're a boy, and you're ridiculed for your sex parts and the way your body is shaped, you will end up being very insecure, mentally and emotionally unstable because you're not given the tools and you're not given the natural development process. You don't develop from infant into adolescent, adult, and able to function, be very successful in the world. If you're starting out with the first chakra that deals with community, family, protection, and safety, and the people around you, the adults around you, do not protect you and teach you to feel safe and love and respect yourself, and where you know you can trust that community, you can trust that tribe because you're treated like gold, and you're protected, and you're elevated, and you're taught, and you're loved, and you're respected as a child. If you don't have that, the first chakra is not only going to be thrown off and unstable mentally, emotionally, sexually, socially, academically, spiritually, intellectually. You're not developed on those levels. You're going to have problems in life. And you're going to keep meeting people that are unequally yoked and unbalanced because you're unbalanced and you don't have a knowledge of the world, you don't have a knowledge of yourself, and you don't have the safety of your tribe and your community behind you. So you're going to be off sexually. Do you understand? Because of all the other areas that started off wrong, and there's no security with the first chakra, which is pussy and dick, as well as energetically your tribe. So you'll have to go back within yourself and develop everything. Instead of going forward, you're going to have to go backwards to be where you are and to go forward. If not, you're not going to be able to stand in vagina power and penis power because you won't know who you are. You won't know what you are or why you're here or your purpose for it. You're not going to know. And the people that are around you are not going to tell you because they feel better and superior in themselves to wound their sons and their daughters. These are things you need to study and start writing down and journaling and facing yourself, because your mother has already, she's shown you, she set you up to fail. And you have to decide, are you going to continue that cycle? And or are you going to refuse to lose and set yourself up to win? So that nobody can do that. And if you're still dealing with your mother, you need to start dealing with her honestly and look at her how she is, and not look at her through the little girl in you that still wants and needs her to nurture you and be your mother and make up for the wrongs and make them right. Usually those types of women are never going to make them right, because that's not what she gave birth to you for. That's not what she's here for. And you're going to keep on being wounded and heartbroken by her because a part of you, and you're not realizing it. You got to sit down and realize this and deal with yourself. You're waiting for her to do the right thing. And she knows that you want her to do that, and she's going to keep taking your power away because she doesn't want to do that, because she doesn't want you to be great, and she doesn't want people to give you attention, and she doesn't want you to get just as much or more attention than her. Her time is passing. And her life was built on a lie. Her recognition and attention was built on lies she told. She knows that you are the truth. And you probably have more gifts and abilities than her. You're rising, she getting old and done fell off, and father time done kicked off in her stinking ass for all the lies and dirty shit she done. Or how she abused herself. And now it's showing up on her. She's not getting the recognition and attention, and she still doesn't want to give you the power. Women like that will die, take it to the grave, and still not give you the validation of the power as your daughter. So you are going to have to make that decision, because as you heal and as you get strong in your own identity, you won't hang with them no more. You won't talk to them no more, because you know that she's a detriment to you, and you really understand this woman never wanted you to win. Look, I feel like this now. When I look back, and I remember being like 5 and 6, even before then, like being 4, 3, 4, and my mother was ridiculing me and putting me down that young. And I helped confronted her about that, and she never denied it. And she said, even when she was on my television show, when I was doing it here in Atlanta, at public access, she wanted to hang and get this recognition, and she would always take credit for me being who I am and my talents and my abilities. And I now, from knowing people that knew my father, oh, happy birthday, Daddy. This is my daddy's birthday today, Jackie Wilson, June the 9th. He's a Gemini. Today's his birthday. And that's amazing, because he's a number 9, and my birthday, 27th, makes 9. I have all these 9s, and I'm, oh yeah, and my number on my door is 9. So that's quite amazing. I just thought about that today, and I honor him and feel him so closely to me. It was just a detriment. My mother did not let me know him, but I remember, because I would beg to meet him when I was little, and she wouldn't let me meet him. She wouldn't tell me why. She waited till he went into a coma when he was with Dick Clark. He had left Atlanta. She didn't tell me he lived here. She acted like she didn't know where he lived. I found out later from people that knew him that he was here the whole time I was a little girl, and she wouldn't let me see him. Um, when you're that little, this is the way I see it now. And if you had this experience, you should think about this, and you decide, how are you going to heal your little girl to get through still being stuck in your head and still being heartbroken and not standing in your power, because you haven't healed her and you don't work with her and talk to her every day to see which one is the adult you and which one is the child you that's ruling your relationships. Because I already know, if you're still in relationships where you have no power, that's not the grown person that pays bills and pays rent and works every day. You're letting a child, an irrational, emotional child that was not matured and developed and taught by her mother, run your relationship. She's running your head, and you can't even fucking see it because you don't want to do the work. Okay. When I was little, my mother would say things, and she would leave me all the time, where anybody could do whatever they wanted and leave me. But my grandmother, and she would come over to my grandmother's house and get behind my grandmother's back, because my grandmother didn't know, and I wouldn't tell her. And I didn't want to tell her, because I thought one day, even when I was a little girl, I had hope my mother would change and come around. And she was like, look, I don't like you. I don't want you. I've never wanted you. You're nothing to me. You're dumb. And she would take me out in the parking lot, like, walk me to my car and tell me goodbye. She wouldn't even say call her mama. So I didn't know what to do. I didn't call her mama. I called my grandma mama. My grandmother was my mama. what I realize now, and then as I kept getting older, she would always say that. She said that my whole life, and it didn't bother her to leave me places. And I saw my mother do drugs that little, but I wouldn't tell my mother, tell my grandmother. And I remember she was on my show one day. After I started the show, that's when I got the judge to approve my legal name change to Alexis K. Tyler from Tia Wilson. And my grandmother, I called my grandmother when I left out of the courtroom. The courtroom was packed because other people were changing their names and had other issues and stuff too. And I came out and I called my grandmother. I didn't know my grandmother was with my mother. I said, Mama, it's done. Because she knew I was doing it. And she blessed, the decision. And of course, she knew what happened. She knew my whole life. She had me since I was in Pampers. My mother left me with her in Pampers. And so I didn't know she was in the car with my birth mother. And she told her. My birth mother immediately rushed down to my house. I was in my 30s, late 30s when I started my show, the Vagina Power Show. And I got bold enough to speak. It took me that long to speak. And she acted like, she was smiling. So what's your name now? Alexis, but what, nickname Alex? And I said, yeah, some people call an Alexis person Alex. She was sitting there smiling as if she was proud of me. And then it flipped. Her rage came out because why? She lost narcissistic control. Because now you cannot call me the name you used to insult and beat me my whole life. Now you have to call me by the name that I just took power and control back from, and the name that I picked and that I gave myself. She was enraged. She acted like she was nice. That's why I don't trust people that have done me dirty and they lose control of me. And then they want to act like they're nice and they still like you. They don't. They're enraged. They just want to get close enough to you to stab you because they're angry that you just took your power back and you became more secure and powerful in who you are. And she goes, you're so pathetic and you're so dumb. You had to change your name to get some type of confidence or power. I said, yeah, because it's not yours. You don't have the power over me. You named me and you had me in a circle of disrespect and self-hatred and wounds. Now I took that and I gave myself my own name. So how does that make me pathetic? Because I named myself, I'm creating my and recreating my own world where you and nobody else has no control of that. I have. You can't call me what you named me. You have to call me what I name. I'll never call you that. And she kept trying to call me the name she gave me. I'm like, Tia, I won't answer and you get the fuck out of my house. And it enraged her because it's like, I'll never accept. I'm gonna call you what I said, but I'm not your child. I'm a grown woman. And this is legal. You can't call me what I refuse to answer to, and I refuse to do anything that you want me to do or acknowledge you if you will not call me by by law. This is my name. And she was so enraged. She was like, you know what? I never wanted you. I should have aborted you. You're just like your father. You're just wasted sperm. That's all you are. I hate I had children. I wish I had killed you. She started saying all this stuff to me, and I was like so shocked. It's like as I was looking at her, tears ran down my face. I was so hurt. I couldn't believe this. And she said, you follow me around and you want me to be your mother. You've always wanted, see, all this is coming out now because you don't have the control you had like 24 hours ago. And you didn't know that I was going to do this. So now you have to say this stuff because now you're trying to regain narcissistic supply and control over me because my pain feeds you. That's the devil gets pleasure off of this. She's like, you want me. You've always wanted me ever since you were little. Yeah, but that's what mommies do. They don't know anybody but you. They know you. They smell you. They smell the milk in your tits. She wouldn't even give me that. She didn't breastfeed her kids. Cole got up, left, and started fucking niggas and chasing niggas, and you leave your children with someone else. So it's like you were never a good. You're nothing. And see, at this point, it doesn't hurt me. It doesn't make me cry. It doesn't have power over me. That's why I can share it with you because I'm my mom. This is my life. I can't fail in life and then blame her for what she did. as a little kid and what you didn't give me. I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. So what you didn't give me, and that you if you really wanted to do it, you would have done it while I was a child. And I can't make you do it now. But I'm responsible now, and I take care of me, and I protect me, and I have to right all the wrongs. I have to fix the shit in my head and deal with my wounded little girl. I can't keep blaming her for that shit. So it doesn't. Yeah, I got to clean up the mess. And I got to be strong, because you're not going to get the satisfaction of destroying me, or let me destroy myself, letting other people destroy me. I became what I am not because of you, bitch. I became what I am in spite of you. That's how my life went. My mother didn't make me successful. My mother didn't make me assertive or make me strong and educate me to stop being fucked up and stand in my power. No, you took it and you abused me like these niggas and all these other fake bitches did for being a kind person, and took it as a fucking weakness. No, in spite of you, I learned to find my natural potential, my talents, and my abilities, and became this in spite of you, not because of you. Because I'm not going to let you destroy me. I'm not going to let nobody destroy me and wish death on me and then say, I knew when she was little that she just wasn't going to be able to survive this world. Then you put me at a disadvantage. See, a lot of mothers will put their children at a disadvantage. They won't teach them right from wrong. They won't teach them that it's right to defend yourself and set boundaries. They'll teach you that it's wrong because they the ones abusing you, humiliating you, and degrade you in front of everybody, and kicking you and let other people do it, and telling you it's right to be a doormat and to be a fucking victim. So they set you up for the halls of shame and walk the walk of shame, and teach you to let everybody abuse you, and they sit up and kiki and cackle about the shit when the world does that shit to you, so that you can annihilate yourself and you can open yourself up for other motherfuckers to kill you early in life. And then you catch on if you decide not to be a dumb bitch and to be a strong bitch when you gotta be, and be kind when you gotta be, and be ruthless when you gotta be, and be a narcissist when you gotta be. Because one thing I know that I've learned about most narcissists, a lot of them refuse to fail, and they refuse to let you see it, and they refuse to let you catch them slipping, and they are overachievers because they're so narcissistic. They know how to play this game and move around it, but they teach you not to have a defense. And if you become narcissistic and set boundaries of, look at this bitch, and now something's wrong with you, and you need to be knocked down. You need to be told you ain't shit, so you can go back in your humble kumbaya kind of goddamn shell and let people fuck all over you and fucking let them annihilate you, and you die early in life. I knew she wasn't gonna make it no way. My child knew she was weak. No, you created a false persona in her to think she was weak and to carry herself that way. Then when you boss up, y'all motherfuckers ain't finna run in and out of here no more. Y'all ain't finna stay here rent free, goddamn it, to fuck all over me. And you're not gonna call me that bitch ass name no more. It ain't no bitch ass name for other people, but it is for me, bitch. So I'm finna kill that bitch you call Tia. Because that's a weak bitch, and it's not a real bitch, and it's a fake persona that you gonna tell me that's my personality, and yeah, you the mercy kid and you weak. See, that's not even fucking what a Sagittarius is. Unless you let somebody create a weak personality in you. You're a Leo. Leo's is a lion and real aggressive as a bitch or a nigga. And then somebody do you down like that and bust you down like that. Your mama do it, your daddy do it, your daddy ain't around. She got a weak nigga around. She telling everybody do you like that. Everybody you meet, you let do you like that. But your zodiac is a goddamn Leo. And you living like and acting like a goddamn rat that live behind the wall and in a motherfucking gutter, slipping around, slurping cum and sucking dicks and then going to the welfare office getting some goddamn food stamp and shit. That ain't no Leo shit. That's a fake personality. You need to kill that bitch. Because she don't exist nowhere anyway. She just exists in your goddamn mind, and that stupid ass little wounded child that she's teaching to bend over like that and open her ass and let niggas clap her cheeks and bust them, and then go down there and get her some government cheese and them fake Belvita slices with a bologna sandwich up there that she done heated over the oven and put some of that cheap Wonder Bread in a goddamn toaster. Nah, you got to kill that motherfucker there, because that ain't no Leo type of traits and shit. That's not, you think that shit real. That's not no real shit. That's a dumb bitch that your mama done taught to be a dumb, wounded little girl in a grown person body. Then you wonder why these bitch got everything and why you got nothing. Because that little girl that's wounded inside of you is a $5 hoe. Excuse me. Maybe $2.50 and fuck her in the ass and come in her mouth and go down there And the bitch mouth is blue now because he done took her down there to the goddamn rib shack. And the bitch out there eating Slurpees and shit. With the blue ice and shit in it. So the bitch mouth blue. But it was white a few minutes ago. That cum leaking all out of it. Paid about $1.50 for that. Because he know the nigga back there that cook. So the nigga really ain't spent nothing but some time and energy and skeeted real hard. And his nuts is a little tired and they're a little tender. That's all the nigga done, you know what I'm saying? Because you around here with that fake personality shit. You the lion up there and the goddamn Wizard of Oz up there with the goddamn Tin Man, the cowardly goddamn lion, and bitch, you born under the sign of goddamn Leo. You born under the sign of a Sagittarius, and Sagittarius ain't even got to get up on you to stab because this bitch is a half beast and a half goddamn man. A half fucking nigga. So this bitch can stand on a roof or stand on a porch when you done pushed this motherfucker, when she done got ice cold and you done fucked her over. If you ain't no weak bitch, that's under a fake weak ass name. This bitch done beat you down since you slid out of her ass and was beating you down pregnant and shit. A Sagittarius bitch so raw, she ain't even gotta walk up on you and you done pissed this motherfucker off. And this bitch done came up with that half mannish shit and stand there and pull that arrow back and shoot your ass a mile away. Next time you hit, you fall out dead with an arrow done hit you in the heart and bust that motherfucker open. And you up here acting weak because you don't know. And you in a fake personality with a fake little girl named Pam. They fucking over Pam. They goddamn talking to Pam any kind of goddamn way and treating this bitch reckless and down there getting her a goddamn Slurpee with the blue ice around her goddamn, and you sitting up here won't even stand in your goddamn pocket. You don't know that you powerful because this bitch done gave birth to you and calling you by a lesser name and got you playing a lesser game and then got the whole world laughing at you and clowning you in your pussy. Huh? Now you want to come to my house and ridicule me because the judge just ruled in my goddamn favor, and now I got my own name and my own motherfucking game. And I'm supposed to just, what I'm supposed to do, go back down there and reverse the decision and change this shit back? So I'm a grown woman, I'm almost fucking 40 years old, and you talking to me like you did when I was 5. I see it like this. When a bitch tell you some shit like that, and you real little like that, but I didn't understand, but yet I understood that the bitch didn't fucking like me. You basically telling me right then, bitch, that you offer me no security, no wall of protection, no defense. You're not defending me. You leaving me out here to the wolves because you already told me you don't fucking like me, and you dropping me off. The bitch is telling you right then, bitch, you better defend yourself. You on your motherfucking own. Because I'm not feeling you like that. I'm chasing niggas trying to get them to love me, but bitch, I don't love you. And you on your motherfucking own. You better defend yourself against that bitch, and you better prepare to defend yourself in life. Because the bitch is obligated to protect you by law and spiritual law, and emotionally, is supposed to protect you. And she's supposed to help you to be the best you can be and show you how to protect yourself. And she's supposed to defend you and teach you to defend yourself until you get big enough and strong enough to defend yourself. But the bitch can't rescind her protection. She can move her hedge of protection from around you. She can relinquish her rights. She can give you to someone else. And when the bitch starts talking to you that young, do you realize the power that you have to be that little and a grown bitch tell you that little? Bitch, you on your own. I don't care about you. I'm not looking out for you. I'm not protecting you. We're not talking because we that young. And ain't nobody had that talk with me. It took me this age to see that shit because I'm still dealing with my wounded little girl. And I know what she ain't going to do no more. Just like I'm going to take that nigga back. They keep wanting to come. You not coming back over here. Because you didn't protect me and defend me either as my man. You wanted me to P.A.M, jam, and ram, and then told me I had no power. So I know that I do, because you don't get to talk to P.A.M no more. You can't buy P.A.M no Slurpee with no blue damn dye in it and have that damn dye around my mouth when I'm sipping the straw and then imagining that your straw is in my goddamn mouth and fucking use me and abuse me and then stand up and pull your drawers up with no ass in the back and then tell me that I ain't got no power, and that's why you ain't gonna do this, and that's why you ain't gonna do that, and then bring little Jimmy over here and want little Jimmy to hang out. No, you not doing that. I'm protecting little bitty Pam. Little Pam got a gun with some bullets in it too, goddammit. I got him. Like when the bitch thought she was gonna slap me. I'm like, wait a minute, let me make this very clear. Let me put this gun up here. Let me put this clip up here. But I'm just gonna put one bullet at the goddamn top because bitch, I'm letting you know I'm a shooter, bitch, and I don't need a whole magazine clip. I just need one for your fat ass, bitch. And let me put this on. Oh, then got the video taken down. I said no, because a lot of these bitches and these niggas, black and white, everybody will be at the range. They be shooting their gun. They be showing their new guns and shit off. That ain't for no education. She don't need to have. I said it is for educate. Bitch, it's to educate you. It's to educate you. Because you said I have no power. You coming on my property, threatening me on my property, what you gonna do to me, and you think you can do this and said I'm a scary bitch. No, this is to educate you. Little bitty Pam got a pistol and a magazine over here too, goddammit. Little Pam ain't playing with you, and goddamn it, Big Pam ain't playing with your motherfucking ass. And because I don't think you know, so I got to teach y'all. I got to educate y'all about Lil Pam and Big Pam, because Lil Pam a shooter too. So this is so I fought YouTube and they put it back on. This for education, because it's some of these younger bitches that go around here eat these steroid burgers and these antibiotic burgers and on this powder, that powder talking to them. They got damn fentanyl talking to them. They got their perk, and that mother is talking to them and told them bitches that they strong. See, them ain't hamburgers that we used to eat. They got steroids in them. They got goddamn cow tongues and dicks all in them and nuts in them full of steroids and antibiotics. So these bitches is in their own little world, in their fantasy world, thing they can go around here and do something, do something to you. They on that powder. They feel like they can leap tall buildings and jump in a single bound and jump off a 10-story building and hit the ground running and still be strong. That shit is talking to them, goddammit. I got to educate you, and Lil Pam is right here on my hip. See, and when your mother does that to you and tell you that young, and she said that whole shit my whole life, and I finally got it, and I knew after I went in there and I got my judgment, I got my name, it was nothing you could do about it. Unless you can intimidate me and hurt my feelings and tell me I'm nothing to you just because I did within my legal rights. I got a right to do change. When people change their name every fucking day. Bitch, you'll get shot too. Goddamn it. Like, see, when you understand that your mama ain't here for you, your mama don't give a fuck about this bitch is telling you as a kid. This bitch is showing you through her actions and leading you places. Bitch, you're on your own. If you survive molesters, if you have a lover at 5 and 6 years old, that's why I said, you don't want to embrace it, and there's some fucked up shit to think about, but it was done to you and it was nothing that could be done. So instead of beating yourself up and going to the psychiatrist or spend your life medicating and being on drugs because you 40 years old and you still can't get over the fact that your uncle or your daddy was your fucking lover at 5 years old, embrace that shit. Because you're not going to be able to heal and really get down to the nitty gritty of it. Even if your daddy gives you the answers, your mama gives you the answers, the fact is that shit still happened to you. And you can't change the fact that you were somebody's woman at 5 and 6 years old. And you were a better confidant and a better lover than your grown ass mama. That's some hard shit to fucking accept. God damn it. Some hard shit to take in. Yep, 12, leaving you to let the nigga know subliminally if you want to have your way with her. I don't give a fuck about this little bitch. Shit, somebody fucked me. I'm going to let my daughter get fucked. I don't give a fuck. She needs to have the same experience. My mother told me what happened to me needs to happen to you. The bitch said this here. When I had my son and put me out on the street and watch shit happen, you're going to set your daughter up for failure. Set your daughter up for mother and abuse to Pam it out here in a grown person's body. If you weak and stupid enough to do that shit. That's how I see it now. So now I don't cry for her. I don't miss her. I don't want to be my mama. I don't long for her because the bitch put me in Mortal Kombat. God damn it, at 5 years old. Excuse me. When I was in a pamper. You left me with my grandmother and you put me as a POW for whatever happened. I had to pair it out, twerk it out, talk it out, fight it out. You left me as a POW in Pappers. That's what you all don't want to see. Oh, that's still my mom, and I still hang with her. I talk to her, and I just want to show her that you 30 and 40 years old. You're a 50-year-old bitch. You chronologically 50 years old, and you 5 in the fucking head. Still waiting for your mama. She don't give a fuck. She know that. Because she's still waiting on her mama. I saw my mother let my grandmother do the same thing to her, and they cuss each other out and fight. My grandmother's a dirty bitch when she want to be, but then was sweet as pie when she want to be. I seen that shit. She did my mother in the same way and took their power from her. And you want to do that and be bond with your mother and teach your mother, want your mama to dog me out, but she wouldn't do it. She took care of your kids, and you, wasn't happy until your mother started treating you like she treated us, and then you get mad because I will not spend my life trying to get you to love me because I know you never did, because you didn't realize. My mother didn't realize until I told her what I just told y'all, that she didn't know. She called me dumb and stupid. I said, but it's amazing. I remember what you said to me at 2, 3, 4, 5. And I started describing the situation like I told y'all. You took me out by your car. You had one of the collector editions of them badass Mustangs that was flawless, and you didn't want us sitting in your car. You would let your friend sit in it, and it was blue. And she looked at me, her eyes bucked, and she was quiet. I said, oh, you don't think I remember? And as a grown woman, I can take you every place you dropped me at before I was 10, because I remember. I might not know the address, but I remember the landmarks. And you dropped me at this person's house. You dropped me at this bitch house. You dropped me with these kids. Well, and my mother couldn't do anything but look, because she called me dumb, that I was dumb. But I was always a quiet child. People think when they cuss you out and call you names and you quiet that you're dumb and you're taking it in and you believe in it. No, everybody doesn't respond and become combative. And just because they don't say nothing don't mean they stupid and they weak. I'm taking it in. I remember, and I'm telling. I remember this. I remember when you said that. I remember when you do this. I remember you didn't do that. I remember I was at this bitch house. I was at that nigga house. I remember this happened. I remember that happened. I remember you was getting high. I remember you smoking weed. I remember you smoking powder. And she's like, she couldn't say, she never called me a liar, because she knows that what I said and how I described it, she know the bitch really did it. But I never said nothing until I got grown, where I know you can't put your fucking hands on me no more, because I'm not going to let you do it. And there will be a consequence for educational purposes only. There will be a consequence. Now, I don't feel that way because I had to put this in my mind and talk to my little girl in a way that I could handle that, and I could stop wanting her. I could stop feeling like I was half of a whole and not validated until she loved me and apologized and she embraced me. I don't want you nowhere near me, because you always said when I was a little girl, you didn't want me near you. And you actually acted that shit out. Every time I was close to you, you betrayed me. You acted it out. That's what some of you need to realize. You need to think back to as far as you can remember. You need to work with yourself, or if you feel like you can't, you need to get a life coach. You need to get in therapy, dear. But to me, it's my responsibility to kick that shit off and work with me and fix me every day, so I don't recreate what I don't want in my world based on the law of attraction. And if I need supplementation, I know how to get a life coach. I know how to go to therapy, but at this point, I don't need to sit and pay you to tell you my motherfucking business, bitch. Huh? To tell you my strengths and my weaknesses. The one that needs to know them and then study on how to fix them is me. Because I know my life and my experience, but I don't need to get on some meds and tell a bitch what I need to tell myself and then what I need to get out and act on. So, but if y'all need that, because at one point I felt like I needed it because I didn't want to be alone or look in the mirror and face me, then you need to go get whatever support you need to get to be the best you can be, bitch. Like Uncle Sam, be all you. I want you, bitch, be the best you can be, bitch. I mean, because if you don't, stop going around here talking about what your mama did, and you still in that madness as a little girl within your big body, and you letting people act on you and come and piss on you, whip their dick out and piss on you. Okay? And then you don't like it, but you still going through it, and you still hung up with her, you trying to reach her, you trying to talk to her, you want her to love you, you want to hang around. Bitch, which one is it? God damn it. Because you going to stand up for yourself and for your wounded little child and start protecting her and speaking out against anybody that try to violate her and be her mother and respect her and stand on your own. Or you still, yeah, I don't know why she don't like me. And like I said at first, it's your business to know. If you're talking about healing and standing in vagina power, you don't know. I kept going around to everybody I could that knew her and that was her age and grew up with her to get everybody. I started interviewing everybody so I could understand this bitch. And then I had a one-on-one with her. And I'm like, you don't have to tell me because I already know you did this, bitch, you did that. And I remember everything you fucking did, bitch. From the time I was in Pampers, bitch, you left me here, you left me there, you did this, you a rotten bitch. Because it's my job to know you, bitch. You never got to pay a PI and do my own PI. But when people are that old, women 30s, 40s years old, and I ask you, why do you feel this way? Why you don't feel that way? Why you still want the bitch? Why you don't know this and that? Well, I just don't, but it's your job to fucking know. You sound cowardly to me. One day, maybe you'll get some balls. Maybe you'll get some big ovaries. They're the equivalent of testicles. And you'll decide to do your back work. Because while she abusing you and leaving you, she letting a nigga abuse her and taking back shots in the throat and shit and in her asshole. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, like I said, let me take a break because I've been on her long enough. If y'all really want this, like you say, you can hit my cash app and make it clap. You can show me how you want me, how you love and appreciate me and support me and the knowledge I'm fucking telling you that I don't have to fucking tell you. Because I got it the hard way. Did nobody tell me nothing. I got it from hard knocks and fucking suffering and shit. So I don't have to tell you a motherfucking thing. Because a lot of y'all done been through the shit that I've been through. So it's not like I done been through some shit you don't fucking know about, or a lot of y'all ain't motherfucking experienced. All you gotta do is sit with yourself and work through that shit, but you don't want to do that. You want somebody to tell you that shit, but then you don't want to support nobody for telling you, like, I'm just supposed to give you that shit for free. It hurts me to even work through my shit to get through this point where I can fucking say this shit and I ain't snotting no more. I don't have no tears to cry no more because this shit is what the fuck it is. I don't want the bitch nowhere around me. Thank you, Nisa B. But I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon.